Here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Tonight. D&D Tonight. This is our third episode entitled Revelations. Multiple. Not like the single one that's in the Bible. Where we last left off, the party had gone through their respective job giver, Captain Zodge, learning about the Dead Three's dungeon and the subsequent Van Thampers being behind it. Quested them again to go and find the Van Thampers and bring them to heel. During that time, they decided to get a lot done. We had Merritt and Rhea Mantlemorn, a Hell Rider who is from El Torel, go and scope out the area of the Van Thamper Villa, and also go back to a tree out in the middle of almost nowhere, outskirts of Baldur's Gate, to get a prophecy in which revealed some very interesting, scary things. We had Oliver, who went out into the city of Baldur's Gate, a man on a mission, with a name on his sword, someone sworn that he has promised to go and kill. He found Edvard Needle, the owner of Baldur's Mouth, the local newspaper, and he was able to track him down, follow him throughout town, and was about 5 minutes away from doing something terrible. We also had a little joint adventure here with
That's right.
Rowan Ishara and Zarin Mayan. They went and they did a heist. They got the crew, which was the two of them. They infiltrated the ladies' hall and stole the Lux Stone out from underneath the priests in a nearly bloodless, actually completely bloodless heist. Nobody got hurt, except for all the people that you gave that will feel the effects of that later on. We'll get to that, though. We'll get to that. Look, they went down to the Mandacry Mansion, gave the item over to the Chain Devils, and it was corrupted once more. With three more names. Two more names on your list.
We don't know.
Of people to get souls for, and two possible names on yours. Rowan remains the first one to not only have entered into the upper city of Baldur's Gate, but also to complete her contract to the Devils, basically solidifying all of her progeny to be tieflings at some point. And so we open on this night that of the heist being successful. Several feet away, a district or two over, we see Oliver. You've been waiting outside Baldur's Mouth for some time, and you see Edvard Needle closing the shop finally, the entirety of the printing press, and he kind of locks up. He says, "I didn't expect you to wait so long, but give me a walk home."
Yeah, I'll give you a walk home. But real quick, I don't want to steal the thunder.
Merry Christmas, DM.
Merry Christmas.
I'm not going to open it till Christmas. Now, it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's from all four of us.
Yeah.
You guys actually do have a group chat in which you...
We not only
Conspire.
talk ill of you, we do prepare nice things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hold it up to the camera.
Hold it up. Look how pretty it is.
Show all your ads.
Leather bound. Oh, it smells like promise. I've never cared for one of these before. Oh my gosh. There's stickers. Guys.
So what is it, Allison?
Actions and combat party. Oh my gosh.
So it has a bunch of
guys.
reference sheets and stuff. You can keep track. It has special note sections for like organizations, locations, NPCs. There's even grid paper if you want to draw out your own little maps and things to
And you
plan
can
them.
take everything out, reorganize it, set it up however you like.
And there's a little mini DM screen in the front too with reference information as well. That's what that's supposed to be.
Mini DMs.
That's so cool.
You know, it's a pocket DM screen.
Pocket DM screen. I like that. Magic item prices, scrolls, services. I don't care who you are. I have the best. I have the best players. All my games. But guys, this was really thoughtful.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Merry
Completely
Christmas.
There's even a page where you can keep information about our characters and keep track of them
Yeah, that's...
with basic stats, stuff
So
like that.
do you remember when you wrote all of your notes out and
Yeah.
You had to transcribe them into one big thing. This is now my life for a little while.
There you go.
This is all I'm going to be doing in Texas. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's freaking gorgeous. I'm so excited about this. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
And you can also order paper refills and stuff if you
I was
ever
about
need
to
to.
ask
So
about-
it's
oh
like
my-
a binder inside. So
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, guys.
Now that we've got to that
Sorry
heartwarming
to like
moment,
Sorry.
sideline the entire game.
We can play now.
We can play now.
we'll put the heartwarming scene aside for a
Those
split
are like-
second.
yeah.
Laminated
and,
pages.
Yeah.
Put
Let's
this
get
all-
back to the
And
violence.
is this like a
Oh my God,
knapsack
look at
for
him.
it?
Yeah. It's like a pouch to keep it in.
I'm gonna keep on pulling things out until Adam's like,
Well,
Every
we're
time he says-
unboxing today. You know, we're opening up.
Oh my god.
I'm
We
gonna
went from
deal with all
playing
this
games
in
to
a bit.
unboxing
All right.
things, and it only got
Yeah.
more
Unboxing
popular.
to that.
Let's do the show. Let's do the show.
It appeals to a much
I don't want
younger
to put
Okay,
this.
so
I'm
we're
gonna
doing
put
the
this
show
over
now.
here.
Yeah,
Safely.
we're sidestepping this heartwarming moment into back to the carnage.
Yeah.
Now back to where we were.
Yeah. Let Oliver do his thing.
Now let's kill
Yeah.
him.
I need to now make changes where I was gonna kill one of the characters.
Oh,
Yeah.
because now you can't. We're
Now I
being too
can't.
nice.
I'm like, "Arr."
He's gonna roll a d4, and then whoever it lands on, he's just gonna still kill that.
That
person.
is not how I make most of my decisions. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and before we get into it, since we're officially streaming to everyone in Requiem as well now, we are D&D Tonight. We are sponsored by Corporate Streams and Requiem. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to be here and to do all this awesome equipment. We started a little bit late because we had some new gear. If you wanted to stay up to date, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel and stuff like that, which is great. Now, back to the murder. So, Edvard asks you for a walk home. You guys are continuing down. He's like, it's been a long day. And it's never safe here at night, so, you know, keep a sword out. If it doesn't deter people, at least make sure you're ready for them.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I also killed a man earlier today with his own arm, so we should be good for a while.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were joking or not. Is this,
No.
That's real?
Yeah.
Good God. Well, alrighty. You guys walk for about 15 more minutes trying to make idle conversation. You finally arrives at his door. He's like, well, this is me. I appreciate all that you've done, and thank you for the story. By the way, we looked into it a little bit more, and there's a few missing pieces from that bit. The orc encampment, I mean, it exists, and there was a breakout, but supposedly they got the guy, and he died there, which is interesting. So there's conflicting stories. It just means more investigation and that kind of thing, and, you know, we might be coming to get you. Is there an address or something that I should forward over to my second?
Yeah, sure. Do you have like a pen and paper inside? We can just
Yeah, I can. He like
handle this.
starts to pull out like some of the scrolls he has tucked under his arm. And where might I find you?
Where are we staying again? I don't remember.
The Blade and Stars
Blazing
is the
Stars,
inn you
yeah.
guys have
Blazing
been
Stars.
frequenting.
The Blazing Stars. You can
The Blazing Stars?
Blades and
blades and
Blazing
stars.
no.
Stars.
Yeah.
Oliver would say that.
It doesn't need the address anyway.
He
No,
boxes it. He kind of turns. He's like, oh, thanks.
he's going
I'm
somewhere
gonna-
else. It's okay.
Shake his hand.
He like shakes your hand. Thank you.
I tighten the grip, put the hand on his shoulder, and I go, "No, I genuinely appreciate this." And then I headbutt him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Can I roll with advantage since I'm
Absolutely,
holding on to
because
him?
it's a sneak attack. You're doing it from almost stealth. You're doing it from social stealth.
Look at that.
He's unconscious.
What is it?
Nat
Nat
20.
20.
Okay, really quick. I got them all dice as presents, and I blessed this one, and it was a natural 20 on the first roll.
But it happened off camera, so it didn't happen.
It's right there.
Okay.
I am a cleric.
You channeled it. I told
You're gonna
you.
confuse everybody. People are gonna think you're playing a cleric.
Okay, so yeah, just a shout out everybody. Merit is not a cleric. I promise she is not a cleric. But it's my birthday week and I'm a cleric, so I get to wear what I want.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, he is a commoner. What is the total damage? It's half the D4 plus your strength modifier.
So it was 2 plus 5. I'm going for non-lethal, by the way.
Got
I'm
it.
just trying to knock him
Howdy.
unconscious.
Understood. That's 7
happen
points of
one way or
damage if I have
another.
that correctly.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, you hit him, and you crunch his nose. Blood spurts out, and he kind of like grabs. He's like, "What the hell?" Go ahead and make a contesting strength roll just to make sure that you can maintain your grip on him.
That didn't knock him unconscious?
It did not. He has 10. Oh no! Wait, hang on. His armor class is 10. His
Then
hit points
I
is
rolled
4.
it.
He's unconscious.
Yeah.
No worries.
And I rolled a nat 20.
Of
so
course you did. So
I love
you
that it was with your blood
you
dice,
I do too.
smash into him, and he just like hits against the door and falls
and
down.
I hold him, and then I'm going to take him inside.
Okay.
I'm going to find his den or wherever that is.
Yes, he's in his den. You find like a modest living quarters. There's like notes and everywhere and strewn without. There's coffee cups that haven't been like washed in what looks like
I feel like
months.
that-
Yeah, that's
Magic
nice. I'm starting a
forensics
fire.
would be-
Okay, so you lay him down and you begin to start a fire.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the note that he wrote down the address to make sure no one finds it, and then I'm going to burn his house down with him inside it.
Okay, so
It was an accident.
That's awfully.
He fell
alrighty.
asleep with a cigarette or something. I don't know.
So
The sad part, this is just another Tuesday night in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
setting up all like the logs and whatnot.
How you gonna differ?
You begin to start the fire. The fire slowly spreads. You walk out of the residence. As you leave, you kind of check to make sure that no one else is like around. Like I assume you would. Go ahead and make a perception check just for the hell of it.
See.
8.
Thank you, Liv.
you're welcome.
It looks like
did a
you
good
have
job.
not.
You
21.
can get these
I'm
at
sorry,
dice
that
with
was
me?
21.
Yes, it was a 19 plus 2.
May I see that dice?
One.
Liv
One.
just handed these to
20
me.
each time. No, I'm kidding.
It didn't hit a natural one.
Yeah.
Don't want to jinx them.
Yeah. Don't
Should've
jinx
just said
it.
it. That's
It
Yeah.
looks as though, looking left and right, there are some people in the street, but none of them seem to be minding you. You walk out. Are you sticking around to watch it go up, just to make
Oh,
sure?
I'm not an arsonist. I'm not an animal.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
You just
let it-
walk
I'm-
away.
I'm just gonna let it go.
You do.
Just a sociopath, that's
As you're
all.
running away, you do.
I'm not running. I'm just.
You just walk down.
He's walking away in slow motion as the house explodes behind him.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
Look
All those
at
dirty,
it. Look
dirty,
at
coffee,
explosion.
coffee cups exploding out and everything.
So as you guys are, as you're walking out into the night, you do hear several people like moving towards that area. Like there's people like shouting. It could probably be just people. Probably just be people like trying to put the fire out before it spreads to other buildings. It could be just looters who realize the place is going up and it's time to grab all the valuables. This is Baldur's Gate, TIBG. So, this is Baldur's Gate. And so, as you leave into that night, we're going to enter into a time of transition in Baldur's Gate. A week is going to go by. Now, certain things are going to happen, and I'd actually like to start with Rowan. Rowan, Imberlin Scoot expects you at his residence every day as the sun is going up. He doesn't actually come in there until like 10 a.m. after he's had his tea. But when he comes in, he says, "So, I suppose you've upheld your end of the bargain, and I'm going to be needing some help at some point, but let's go ahead and get into some of the things you're going to be learning. First, I want you to become someone else. I need you to learn the spell Disguise Self. I'm going to show you the spell so you can copy it in, and then we're going to practice it. So, he shows you the learning magic is a lot like learning math. Once you have the rules down, it's essentially the same formula over and over again. Now, you effectively learn Disguise Self through this, and he says, now, we're going to try this a few different ways. First, do your best to look like me.
Should I make an Arcana check?
Yes.
Okay. Nat 20. It's a new one from her.
I really appreciate these loaded dice you got us.
I was looking for a
You
smart-
can come look if you want.
I don't
see it.
Woo!
Everything is falling over.
Everybody look at the book.
Nobody look at the They're all blank. All of his notes are blank. What?
So, well, there is no book. It's just
That
a bunch
would be
of blank
me.
paper.
It's the power of imagination.
I would
There,
do that.
Set up a
I
little
would
better
so
now.
do.
That'd be so funny.
So, natural. Goodness gracious, you broke down the DM string with your nat 20.
Yeah.
So, you cast it impeccably. The first time around, you actually immaculately resemble Skund himself. And he looks and says, very good. Now, this is a notepad. I want you to go into, well, you're going to the High Hall today, and I need you to take notes. I don't want to go today.
All right.
Fat mood.
Now, this will only last for an hour, so it will test your ability to keep on casting the spell. We're gonna go ahead and say, for the sake of brevity, that you go into the high hall. You get to sit down and rub shoulders with a lot of the people. You do actually see the 3 remaining dukes of Baldur's Gate, Thalamra Van Thamper among them. So, they basically discuss kind of more pettier affairs. Just the rising amount of people in Baldur's Gate is now contributing to like larger spread crime, but the cultist problem seems to have simmered down for now, although there are rampant attacks, and a fire did burn down. There was a fire that was set last night, and it's been said that Edvard Needle, the editor for the Baldur's Mouth paper, is dead, and they don't have someone to transition into that role as of yet. And they're thinking that since Edvard usually used the paper to smear the names of politicians, that if there was a time to get to get more stuff passed without the people knowing, now would be it.
Oh,
All right.
So,
I don't know about that.
well, I mean, why did you think the devils had him? Anyway,
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. He seemed nice. So.
yeah. By the way, the sword has crossed off the name of Edvard Needle, so you're good there. The second day, after,
That's 2.
so you spend your time recasting this. I'd like you to go ahead and make just a general deception check.
Deception?
Yes,
Okay.
Deception or deception?
deception.
9.
9. At one point, one of the dukes, you don't know the name of him, says, "Well, what do you think, Skoont?" Charming. And they kind of like peer a little bit closer. I'm like,
He panics a little, I'm not gonna lie.
we're discussing matters of magical security. People have been lifting smoke powder. Is there any way to ward against this?
I'm sure I could cast some alarms.
They don't seem nothing. From what you can tell, nothing seems to happen. But as the meeting adjourns, one of them comes up to you and says, "What the hell was that?" Remember that you owe this spot on the council to us. You're not an official member of this, but we require your input from time to time. Being passé about everything might work for a scheming wizard.
And being past, say, 11 o'clock is a little bit much for me.
We'll have words about this later.
I'm sure.
The next day, you learn the spell for finding a familiar. This one is rather simple, if time-consuming. You will need the proper visage in mind for your creature. Have you decided it?
I think so.
What will your familiar be?
A weasel.
A weasel. Very well. Why a weasel?
There's something clever and charming about it. It can get into small spaces and find things out for me.
Yes. I suppose we all crave the things that we lack. Cunningness, stealth. But very well. Show me this magnificent weasel of yours.
What do I roll? Arcana again, or?
Arcana again.
Okay. 18.
18. What does this weasel look like?
Okay. So it's kind of got a dark gray fur. Very plain, simple. Just dark gray. Couple little like white markings around the face, but almost indistinguishable from like a real weasel. It doesn't have any weird ghostly visage or anything. So.
Okay. After casting it, Imberlin kind of comes back. He's like, "Well, you're finally done. Early. Good. I expected it to go for 2 more hours. Now, put your eyes into the weasel.
How do I do that?
Take a knife.
What?
Take out your knife. All wizards should have a knife.
I do.
Good. You know why we carry knives? Because at one point in our lives, we're going to come into an anti-magic field and we can't find a problem we can't magic our way out of. Be practical. If you take nothing else from this, be practical. Think about the thing that no one else will think about. Now, take out your knife. Go ahead.
I do so.
You take out the knife. He says, Now, you're going to go ahead and put it up to your eye just below the orbital rim. Go ahead. It's completely safe, I promise you.
I love this game.
I do so.
All right, put it down. You called my bluff.
I
But-
was gonna have
But that is another lesson.
He's gonna do it.
Always, if it seems like I'm joking, it's to prove a point. And if it seems like I'm not joking, then I need you to do things. Either way, always listen to my instruction. Now, imagine your senses transferred into the beast. It is at one with you. It is, and as you're hearing it from a farther away distance as the weasel like opens its eyes and you see yourself very small, very low to the ground, and you're able to perceive everything through this form. Now there is a limited range. He's like, I see I'm addressing you now. He comes down to you. He's like, now there's a limited range to how all of this is going to work. You should explore the ranges of that for the rest of the day. I'm going back down to Joplins. Take care. And he goes ahead and he walks down. You see Meshach come back up. He's like, did he come back? Hello? The next day. The next day, you're taken back up to the roof that you guys met on. Or not met on, but where you jumped off of. He's like, now, when you fell from this tower, why did you fall?
I didn't have anything to break my fall.
It was because you weigh too much. This is not, strictly speaking, a problem that you need to have any longer with Featherfall. That is why the spell requires a small feather. You transfer the weight or the physical property of its weight to you temporarily. Now, you take this feather. It's a black raven's feather, it looks like, or it looks like maybe it belongs to a crow. You are prompted to go out onto the ledge. He just simply brings a hand out. He's like, show me what you have. Show me what you got.
Oh my god.
Arcana check. What'd you roll?
A 1.
Okay. You walk out.
I'm not good with this building, y'all.
You cast a spell. You see the feather kind of deteriorate about halfway down and then just kind of stop. Imberlin says, well, do you feel as though the power has taken effect on you?
No, and if you don't mind, I'd rather not jump this time.
Understood. He pushes you. As you fall, you halfway through descend slowly down. Spell slot's cast, so even if you fail, it takes a second to like go into account, but through practice, you're able to go up a few more times and able to learn the spell. This one just not successful. He teaches you hex simply by hexing Rayshak when he comes up every once in a while, just to be like less strong. And he's just like, I'm having a terrible day. I can't lift anything. I tried to open a door and I nearly fell unconscious. I don't know what's happening.
Here, try this, and I throw a pencil or a quill at him.
He like you throw it, and it just kind of like oh. I got it. Like lifts it up. Skun said, "That's very good." He continues to sip his tea. Sleep is one that you practice on a Bendigo. As he comes up one day, he's like, get him now, hit him with a spell."
21.
21. Now, for the effects of sleep, I believe if the
HP base.
You and your little spell book, it's so cute.
are sleep. So, you roll 5d8.
Can I borrow some, please?
No, wait, that's a
The
D6.
8.
The 8.
I just need one more. Okay, wait.
Yeepa.
One from everybody.
Is that an 8? 17.
17. You cast the spell, and Bendigo's like, huh! And he like puts up shield really quick. As he fails it, he just kind of like looks a little bit more tired, but he does not fall asleep. He's like, let this be a lesson. Sleep is not a particular skill that you use on most practiced individuals. It's used in very small increments on very susceptible creatures. Once you're able to cast it at greater lengths, it'll become more useful to you. But for now, Pick your targets well with sleep. You are good. You're learning quickly. Do not let that get to your head. The next spell that you learn is Enhance Ability, which you're essentially able to undo the work that you did on Rayshak by enhancing his abilities. Like, I don't know what it was. I was able to lift more of the rubble today. I feel like I didn't even need most of my spells. I feel great. It's like he's far too chipper. I'm going to go ahead and teach you Knock next. Now, I'm going to lock this door arcanically and cast Arcane Lock on it. Now, as you can see, it will not open. This is a wizard's hello. Go ahead and cast Knock.
Okay. Arcana check again, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. 7.
7. With a 7, you begin to cast the spell, and you kind of hear this blithering dolt. If I don't get more tea in me soon, this is going to just be another one of those days where I stay up all night, have cotton mouth in the morning, and then drink an entire bottle of rum in order to go to sleep.
I'm sorry,
I didn't say
How does
anything.
he know my life?
but you just...
This is a call out pose.
Are you done casting the spell?
I'll try again. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and cast again.
21.
21. Does she hear me? If you can hear me, it's time for you to tell me that you can hear me.
I can?
He looks over, he's like, he moves her head one way or the other. You can hear my thoughts.
I thought you were talking.
He says, you can hear 6. What number did I just say?
6?
You do not know the spell telepathy.
No.
I know. I had a Bendigo take your spell book one night and tell me everything that you already know.
I'm sorry. This is...
How long have you known that you can read thoughts? What have you been listening to?
about
know?
2 minutes.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, he's trying to insight that.
5.
Oh boy.
He rolled a
howdy.
1.
So he's even dumber than.
With Liv's dice!
Well,
I
you
mean,
know,
listen, I bought them
she didn't.
for us, not
Give me that
for
crystal.
you. I got them for us.
Yeah. Anyway. Not using that one tonight.
That was a promotional die. I didn't pay for it, so.
I see. You're a freeloader. Sorry, no, I mean the dice, not you.
It's so pretty though.
Anyway.
It's got a very elven quality, you know.
It's
anyway,
true.
that's about dice. That's about click clacks.
Right.
Click clack.
Click clack.
Well, I would say that you've learned as much as you can here. You are excused from my tower.
I'm sorry. What did I do?
You are a liability. You can hear my thoughts as though I were talking. And now, that's a problem because there are many things that you're not meant to know. I can't have you in here until I can safeguard everything that you do.
Shouldn't you know a spell for that?
You are excused, Rowan Ishara.
I grab my book. And I try to grab one of his, and then I head out.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, God. 13.
13. You successfully pocket a book and put it into your bag. He's like, I would think that someone who had graduated from, or at least been kicked out of Candlekeep, would know not to make the same mistakes twice. Keep it. See if you learn anything more, and I will come calling for my favor when I need it.
All right.
Alrighty.
I head out.
So next, we have Oliver. If there's anything that you'd like to do during this time,
Like in the week's span that
you have a
she's-
week span. Yeah. Is there anything you want to spend your time doing?
Well, I'm certainly a little confused as to why what he was telling me doesn't match up with what I know.
So, is there any action you want to take to find that out?
I guess I will try and look for records myself.
Okay.
And then whatever he needs, because we're kind of a traveling band. So
I'm definitely working on finishing the contract.
Yeah, the
The
bros.
boys.
The voice.
The boys.
Yeah. So we'll just take in random unlikely people who, you know, let them think that they're gonna have a good time after the performance, and go back to the Mandacry house to have a conversation.
Sure.
Alrighty. Go ahead and you can either both roll investigation or one of you can roll with advantage. Pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see what I got on it.
Oh my God. The 19. I got. Yeah.
That's an 11.
Okay. Using the ability of your talent for scaring people into information, and the added bonus of having Oliver in the standby in case that doesn't work out, you guys are able to basically hunt down old records leading back to a fort outside of Baldur's Gate. I won't bore you with the details of transition, but you will end up at a certain tower that is actually located on the water of the Kyanthar River. So, going back there, you look at records of possible areas where you could that are nearby an orcish encampment. You're able to, with your high of a roll, discern where that encampment ends, and you can also get a full manifest of the soldiers that are either being cared for there or who are working. After analyzing the lists, you determine conclusively Oliver Closeoff is not a name on there.
Okay.
So, with this, the gentleman who's assisting you, the guard who's essentially giving you this to you, is like, if your name's not on there, then it could be for a number of different reasons. It could be for political reasons. Sometimes they shroud the names of people. That was the plan with older Ravengard before he went to El Terrell, let people know that he wasn't traveling, and then when he came in, he was there. That way we would hide against assassins. If the gentleman you're looking for is not politically charged in any way, sometimes they do that with criminals of different sort. They,
No, I was a jailer there. I wasn't a criminal. I was making.
this was you.
Yeah, I'm not. I was there. I'm not on the list.
I don't know what to tell you. They're not always accurate. Sometimes they leave people out. You know, you leave something to a person to do, and you get
Yeah.
certain error.
People make mistakes, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't ask for much. Why is this so important to you?
I talked to someone, and their story didn't add up back to me. I tried to talk to them about something I knew. They came back to me with information that was different, and now I want to know why.
Okay.
So,
I don't know.
was that in character or out of character? I couldn't.
Either way,
It's all in character.
Your clothes off.
Close off. That's right. Always close off.
Always.
I just look over
I
and
hate
Allison.
yourself for giving into that. Ew.
That's like
You can always give in to close
a
off.
roadblock.
No. Okay. Next.
My wife loudly groaning in the background there.
Charlotte said no, so we can't do it.
We're going to have to cut that.
Yeah.
This is a live stream?
Sorry, we're ending the
What?
stream now. The stream's over. Now we have to go.
Oh, at the end of it. So, where do we go from here? What's the next step?
I don't know. If you got things you need to handle, let's do that. I need to think about things.
Well, I'm
so.
just trying to synergize here, if you will. If we can line up our views and end up in the same place at the right times, then
Okay.
we
Well,
can.
do you remember anything about an orc prison being overrun and them being released?
Not that I can say. I mean, you haven't told me much about where.
Yeah. Well,
You
I
came
was
from.
there and I helped release all the orcs, and then I got stabbed and thought I was gonna die, and then I was told that, well, nothing actually happened like that. Like it did, but it didn't.
So you don't care for the credit. You care for the validation.
No, I just want to know what actually happened then, because if I'm the one, I was the one who was releasing all the orcs, and then that's not what I'm being told is. So things aren't adding up.
Do you remember your childhood at all?
I mean, as much as anyone else. I mean, there's thoughts here and there, and
When I met you,
Yeah.
how long had you been in Baldur's Gate?
not long. I came in with Rowan,
With who?
with her, with the red.
You look
woman.
over, Rowan's just standing there, sipping on a coffee.
Yeah.
Like, wow, weird.
He's been following us. I don't.
I don't even know what's going
They
on.
don't know that I'm using disguise self. I just learned it. I'm practicing.
You look like Mary. All
Yeah.
of a sudden, Mary's there.
We all just change
But, yeah.
circle.
But no, I was with her on the way in, and we had found a you know, a knight who was trying to, a hell rider, one of those guys who was trying to kill a monk, and I was like, hold on, this doesn't feel right, and she tried to attack him, and
I remember that. That was quite the show.
yeah.
But before that, like, I'm sure we'll press this another time, but
You guys are
yeah.
walking through the city as this is happening. You leave Worms Rock, the basic encampment that you guys were at. You pass into the Twin Songs, past the South Foot. You get to about Whitekeep when a couple of gentlemen dressed in similar colors but very different styles to Zarin approach you guys from the other side. They're like, well, look at this bit. This man looks like he's made completely out of muscle and zero brain. And here, we have someone made completely out of brain but no muscle.
No,
Is there an
it
issue?
doesn't.
They laugh to each other. He's like, good man. Sir, you with the large sword. How much do you typically cost per night?
Like,
are we referring to finishing a job or carrying out a job?
or the oldest profession in the book.
Precisely.
We are talking about finishing a job, of course.
So I gotta whack a guy, off a guy, whack off a guy.
It's kind of a. The real question is, despite possible circumstance, would you be okay with it either way? Because I don't know what he's saying here.
Well, then allow me to be transparent. This is 15 golds. Now, would you be able to escort a person for 15 gold wherever I asked them to be?
I'm
For
sure.
15 gold, I'll escort you all night.
Okay.
This is yours then, 15 gold.
Okay.
You take the commission, you take the contract, yes?
Do you have a problem with it?
You're your own man.
I'm
Excellent.
still trying to figure out if Sarah
Your
can
job
go
is to
with
take
or not.
Mr. Zarin Mayan
Yeah.
to a small little place outside Little Kalimshan by noon today.
Apparently, I'm
never-
escorting you.
Well,
I grab a scruff of his shirt. Let's go.
You're going to the Oasis Theater. Be prompt. You're looking for a family member. You'll know when you see him.
no. Okay.
You want to do contesting strength checks?
No, I'm just gonna. I mean, realistically, it would just be like,
It'd be like trying to watching a cat trying to jump away and just like someone's just like, I love you, I love you, I love you.
This
Chris, if you're
just got
watching, that's you.
fascinating.
Why are you struggling? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Look. You tell me why you're running. I'll tell you why I'm running. We'll find out. You'll find out. Don't even worry about it.
I'm trying to start over.
I
don't
didn't
know
say
why.
anything. It's okay.
Okay. To the theater.
You guys go to the Oasis Theater.
You're gonna have to drag me.
That's
They're
not a
just dead
problem.
weights, like,
Yeah.
on the ground.
He's like a toddler.
Yeah, like a toddler in an amusement park, just like crashes on the ground.
He stops to get a wheelbarrow because strollers aren't a thing. Like,
Alrighty, so you go to the Oasis Theater. There are a wide variety of people outside here, to say the least. This district is extremely poor, but here you see hookers kind of out. You see people who are dressed in drag or who are clearly inebriated but walking through and no one's giving a shit. You walk up to the Oasis Theater and as you enter in, it looks like a few people just kind of standing around reading off lines. Someone walks in, they're like, welcome to the Oasis Theater. How might I? Well, that's clever. You should do that. Bit.
But I'm laying down behind him because he's still dragging me. I'm just-
You know this guy?
I do not. Should I?
Apparently, we're
Yeah, you
supposed-
should.
Apparently, he knows you, and I'm not a ventriloquist, so.
I've never seen this man in my life. I'm Jonas Goodnight. Who is this man?
Zarin Mayan.
Zarin Mayan. I do, in fact, know this man, but have not yet met him. I believe it's Fenric, I believe, who's waiting for you. He's waiting for you in the dressing rooms around the stage. You're welcome to go in. I
He
serve
usually is.
at the Mayan's pleasure.
All right. Then you would be so kind as to bring me a drink, wouldn't you? Dear
Oh, I'm sure I can
father.
get someone to do it. He like snaps his finger. He says, "Bring an ale for that gentleman." You saw this person run out of the theater, and then like a little whiles later, like come back like trailing in like something. Like, here you go.
And who might you be?
My name's Malik.
You seem excited.
No, I just real anxious. I'm third in line for a part here, and if I do real good, Mr. Goodnight says that he's gonna give me a starring role. I'm the understudy to the understudy.
Well, I can tell you this. Keep yourself in center. You'll do fine.
Yeah?
You'll end up exactly where you need to be, and you'll take your journey from there.
Make a persuasion check just for the hell of it.
Do this. Try to do persuasion. Ooh, 8.
That was a fun throwback.
So 15.
Yeah. Huh?
What's your persuasion? Is 8 the total?
Yeah.
He's like, alrighty. And he like walks up right to Mr. Goodnight, who's still like speaking with you, Mr. Oliver. And he's like, I demand that part. Goodnight says without breaking eye contact. He's like, you're fired now.
No, hang on. That kid had enough brass balls to come up to you, while I, a more impressive man than you, am talking to you, and try to interrupt us? That kid's got balls.
Yes. He also has no manners whatsoever.
Neither do you.
Ho ho ho. You're sharp, sir. Sharp indeed. What is your name? Understood. He's like, Malik, sir. He's like, Malik? Do you work here? He's like, I just got the ale. He's like, that seems like a long time ago. Fine. You're not fired, but watch it. Now, I have that fool here. I have a part for you. Someone, a man of your stature, not hard work, decent, just standing in one place. At one point you go, and cut through something. What do you think?
I typically do that. How much are you paying?
3 silver per night for a 5-night show. Get to know all sorts of interesting people. I'm sure company could be arranged. The person who was supposed to be in your spot has flaked on me, unfortunately. But he didn't have any lines, and he was... Well, he's not you. Look at you. You have muscles everywhere. You have muscles, on your plate armor, on your muscles.
You may speak to my father first.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Please.
Yeah, let's do that.
You and I can talk business.
We'll talk later.
You walk into into that dressing room. You see kind of like little candles kind of set up. You see a gentleman, looks to be in about his like late 40s, early 50s. You know this guy.
Yeah.
He's got slicked back hair, a widow's peak that's sort of receding a little bit. He's dressed in very fine purple noble clothes. Different style, but same general colors as yours.
Right.
He looks over, he says, hello, son.
I thought we agreed this was all over.
We agreed. We had an agreement. We spoke, but can an old man just check on his son once in a while?
He could. I feel like you coming out to me might actually show that you're checking, not sending someone else.
Wanted to be sure that I could see you. This isn't, strictly speaking, just me being a good father. More
Look,
of-
if it's business, just say it's business.
It's not business. It's not business. I just have a couple questions. There's a couple things I wanted to ask you about. I thought maybe we could sit, have a chat.
I'll cooperate.
Do you want to sit down? He sits down. He's like, sir, this is a moment that I'm having with my son.
That's cute. You want me to leave or you want me to stay?
He's staying.
Okay.
Listen, even if he heard it, he wouldn't absorb it nearly enough. It's okay.
Is that true?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty expensive.
Wait, what?
He puts down a single, it looks like silver at first, but it looks to be a platinum. He says, he like throws it, slides it down there. It's like, that's your silence. Bought, paid, signed, sealed, delivered.
I'm yours.
Nah, something don't feel right about this. And I kind of, I guess, throw it back to him. I'm like, nah.
Okay, that's fine. Zarin, there's opportunity in this city. Now, when you said that you wanted to go your own way, I respected that. I said, let him do what he wants. He's well off enough, he's a noble, he'll find some some poor girl out in the streets and they'll run away together. Then you said you wanted to compete, and I thought, well, if this were a butchery, then I would say, fine, just set up shop across town. But in the line of work that we do, it's not exactly, strictly speaking.
I don't know if I'd consider this competition. It's more of my own independent act to accrue necessary means.
Yeah?
It's all for a larger purpose.
And your crew, you're working for Zaj?
Not for, but with.
With. Well, that puts a damper on things because Zaj isn't on my payroll. He's not on Nine Fingers' payroll.
Then whose?
Apparently, he's just owned by the Flaming Fist. So I came here to ask, are you now a fully fledged member of the Flaming Fist?
Never. I walk a line right in between.
I'm tucking my badge into like.
Right. So what's this about? I wanted to hear it from you.
Well, you know, sometimes fate puts people in places in your life that really lead you somewhere you never thought you'd be. And let's just say I've made some deals that kind of put me on my path.
Anyone I know about? I can always help. I know you want to do this on your own, but I can always help. You're a Mayan. When your name gets raised, mine gets raised too.
I believe that was the purpose, but I'm not sure. I mean, if I tell you what I did, if I tell you where I am, you swear complete secrecy. I know it's been a while.
Anything that I know, Amar's gonna know too, but it stays inside the family. I guess this guy counts too, since he's can't be bought, which is an interesting thing and an interesting theme I'm seeing here. So,
It was never about. No, exactly. I'm just gonna show him the loot first.
you show him he's like, that's very fine, but that's,
And you point at me?
No, I'm just gonna start playing it and cast. I don't know, just something. I guess friends,
okay.
and then hopefully, just he'll take notice of
Sure.
the way it looks and everything, the way
He
it
like
casts.
touches it, and by proxy is activated by the touch part of the spell. As you kind of play it, he kind of seems mesmerized a little by it. He says, "That's some loot. I thought you a minstrel for a moment there, but it appears not.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with such interesting artifacts?"
Well, the main goal was to, be the best, perform the best. But
Sure.
I mean, I think I've gotten myself caught up in a lot more. I'm selling people's souls. I've spoken to devils to get what I need, but I'm not sure what that's left me. Not figuratively. I'm not sure if this is really where I wanted to be when I left.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
23.
I don't know what to say. If I take you at your word, then son, we don't always operate with inside the law. We've hurt people.
But how big is the law?
You're crossing bigger lines. You wanted to be the best, you're playing on a much bigger set. But when you up the stakes like this, you start taking into account who's going to come calling for debts to be paid. And one day you're going to find yourself up against a wall, if you're not careful, with someone who's going to be bigger and badder than you are.
That's kind of why I'm
Yeah.
here.
But
And
I think he means in a more overall sense. Maybe
What?
thematically.
I'm sorry, I was drifting in and out.
That's okay.
I didn't even need to pay him. Apparently his focus goes everywhere.
A lot on my mind. I'm sorry.
Okay. Carry on. Now, look, if you're in trouble, if you need help, we have muscle. If you need things.
I don't. I just need you to know. That's all. Need to finish this contract, and I want to promise you and everyone it's my last deal. But know this. The business won't last either.
Everyone wants to get out. That's the goal, right? You go in, so you go out. Things are getting tumultuous, and opportunity is too good to pass up right now. A lot of new faces in Baldur's Gate who don't know how to protect themselves. I can't not take that opportunity. Your mother and I cannot not take that opportunity. But for you, you are my only son. You are my first son. And so you will always be a part of this family in one way or another.
Then you would understand what it means to me to leave these people be. They were never meant to be here through all this.
Your uncle had a business, money lending. He would start out with small loans to students who were trying to get into Candlekeep. And every year when they couldn't make semester, he would always offer them more and more money so they would have to take it. And when they couldn't afford, eventually he would take something that was even more valuable than the money back. He would have them do favors. Just be aware, when people are making deals with you, there's the ones where they stand to benefit and those where it seems like it's too good to be true. And that's when you know you're the one selling yourself. He stands up, he says, I love you, my son. Please consider coming home before all this is over.
I will never leave home, totally. I will always be here. I'll be back.
He taps you on the shoulder, he walks up to you. Maybe you'll do it anyway, but take care of my son. And he walks out. And what is your name?
Oliver. Oliver Closa.
He kind of chuckles.
Why does everyone laugh?
Because
Maybe it just reminds me
know-
of someone.
Oh God.
And he walks on out.
wait, one last question.
He kind of turns.
If it comes down to it, would you choose me or the city? Your power? Just know, something will become between us, and I may not identify with what we have now.
He walks over to you. He takes out his hand for you to take. Places a hand on top of it. My son, in that situation, I wouldn't have to choose.
Thank you. I'm just gonna skedaddle.
Yeah. The guy can always have both. And he walks away.
Okay.
And so, is there anything else you guys would like to do within the week of time that you have?
Find my last two.
I think I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you in a sec. Don't worry. Oh, yeah.
Still pondering on why things aren't adding up. That's it.
It kind of nags at you. You kind of think back to that moment when you thought the people that had jumped you in an alley turned into something else
Yeah.
for whatever reason. There's small invocations of that, but nothing beyond it. Merritt,
Yeah.
what are you doing during your week off?
Well, it seems like everybody's kind of just doing their own thing, so I have Rhea.
Uh-huh.
So I introduced Rhea to Brother Hodges, and I have her help us out, just, spend time with her, and just kind of like live life. Merritt's like always had a very Merritt's always had like a very structured life. Like she's an early riser and she likes to have a lot to do in her day. So I think she's a little bothered by just like free time and tries to fill it.
Sure. You can always help out at the Blade and Stars and help kind of clean every day.
Probably, honestly, probably, yeah.
You can go to the various temples, see if they're able to help you out. Ray is introduced to a bunch of other people.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, if there's like a temple or a church to Paylor, I think she takes Rhea there, but like does not go to a temple that's similar to that she was raised in.
Gotcha.
If you get my gift,
Your GIF?
drift. Wow.
There are gods to Gond, Helm, Ilmater, Ogma, Siam Morph.
Yep, you got it.
Thank you. Timora, of course, and Umberly. There are no.
Oh, she definitely.
Right?
Is one day where she like weasels her way into the upper gates and just like goes to the temple of Tamora. Is like, I'll do anything. Like I will clean. I don't care. I will do anything. And she spends one day just like dedicated to the temple of Tamora.
Alrighty. The clerics actually welcome this, and they're like, "That would be just fantastic of you. Our luck, Our Lady surely has sent you to us. Yes, we would like. We've been looking for something that's gone missing, and some of us have formed certain search parties to search Unscrupulous. If you could just mine the temple, that would be just fine."
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be much help in the search. I don't really know Baldur's Gate, but I'll clean up the temple and I'll mend to it.
That would be just
Or
fine.
tend to it, yeah.
Make a persuasion check real quick.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy.
Oh, did you see? That was almost 11, which would have been better.
Sorry.
Persuasion.
Trying not to sneeze.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
That's
okay.
what-
14.
14. Okay.
I sounded like a horse. It's fine.
Me?
14.
No, I'm trying not to sneeze.
Oh.
Nay.
14.
Alrighty. You you are left almost basically alone in this temple at certain times. People are usually praying. You do see at one point there is a white dove that kind of like takes its place on side of a pew and kind of like hops a little bit closer towards you.
Okay. I have rations, right? Yeah, Merritt reaches into her pocket, like, breaks off a little bit of whatever food she has with her, and basically breaks it down and sprinkles it onto the pew for the bird.
Okay. As you're sprinkling it, it hops onto your wrist.
I'm laughing, but I think that's really her reaction, and she just holds it up and just, hello.
And it says, "Hello."
Oh!
Yeah, now it's your turn.
Alright. Merritt, she just blinks, but still kind of smiles.
It says, "This is the way it must be. Go to a place where no one else can see."
Okay. Sorry, that was me. She just kind of like nods, so I'm just, okay.
You guys, you exit. Make a perception check for me.
13?
13. Okay. You're able to. It takes you some time, but out of the upper city, you finally find like a small little like patch of grass no one else is around.
I just saw the bird.
Yeah, you still have the bird.
Okay, cool.
It stays with you. It actually goes onto your shoulder.
Merritt, an actual Disney princess.
Yeah.
Finally, my time.
You go to this part as the sun is kind of setting behind Baldur's Gate, where your shadows are like cast over this long grassy hill that overlooks the Kyanthar River.
Okay.
And you hear the voice come from this dove once more, and it says, "I can never tell you lies. Turn your back to me and avert your eyes."
Merritt puts her finger up so the bird can hop down, puts it on a perch, and yeah, turns her. I mean, I do think she hesitates a second, but turns her back to it.
Okay. After that, you notice the shadow, your shadow, and then you notice this large, overarching shadow that has a humanoid form, but is large and has two wings emerge from it.
Can I do a perception check? Can I like look at the shadow to try to? Never mind, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Fuck it. It's fine. Sorry.
You are Merritt, the sorcerer of the Dawnfather, denied by family, but received at altar.
Wait, whoa.
Liv, just watch the episode and write it all down later.
No.
She
All
thought about
kids,
it.
Let's all wait here.
Okay, anyway.
Shoot,
Okay,
can't
I'm
find the
good. I'm a
perch.
fast writer. I'm a fast writer.
Alrighty.
But can she read it later?
You, true of heart, swift and brave, that I should hope to ask you save. My charm who's my heavenly call, dances damnably close to a bitter fall. You'll know him by his might, where stones run red, his sword the warning to all fiends who tread. He is bound in chains by word and deed, and 2 deaths away from abandoning his creed.
2 deaths away.
You must go where I cannot, and you feel a hand on your shoulder. Slay these devils and foil this plot.
Dawn Father specifically?
You hear what it
Okay,
said
yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah.
I'll go ahead and repeat it. It says, "You are married, the sorcerer of Dawn Father, denied by family, but received at altar." You get that he's talking about you,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he
yeah.
knows who you are.
Yeah.
Again, this heavenly voice speaks again. The hosts above exclaim their decree. Until awake, his fate is forged by hands unseen.
And you said there's a hand on my shoulder?
Yeah,
Mary tries to reach up to that hand.
you are able to touch it. It is warm. You can look at the hand very briefly. It is a pale whitish blue.
Okay. I don't think she says anything or turns around. She just. No, she squeezes on the hand.
Okay. You hear the voice reply, the answers all I cannot speak to say. Edict demands this be the way. The hand removes, and you hear a bounding of wings. And you are alone. What would you like to do?
Oh, Lord. Oh, boy, howdy.
Good morning.
Good morning. I think she goes back to the temple at least until one other person goes back, so it's not alone,
Okay.
and then goes back to the Blade and Stars.
Okay.
And just the entire time it's just thinking about it over and over and over in her head.
Okay. If you would like,
Uh-huh. Thank you, friend.
make
Damn
sure
it.
that my notes aren't on it. And yes, my handwriting is terrible, so good luck with
No,
that.
there's something on here that you
He crossed out on purpose.
know that you didn't cross out actually. So I'll be Googling that later.
You don't get to know what it is. You already handed it over.
Give me that back. I'll be interested in what that is after the show.
Yeah.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do in Baldur's Gate, inside or outside of the city?
Finish my contract.
Finish my contract.
Dude, I'm ready. Let's go.
Alrighty. What would you like to specifically do,
I
Zarin?
need to read this.
I'm gonna go to Joaplin's.
You go to Joaplin's. You walk into this place, and immediately, hang on a second, because I said this name incorrectly, and then I got rammed for it pretty early on. I want to make sure I don't do this again.
When we looked it up, it was Joplin.
Joplins, yeah.
Joplin?
I thought it was
And
like,
I was like, what the heck is that?
I don't know.
it is Joplins.
Joplin?
no.
Yes. In the book, it's Joplin. Can I?
Joplin.
Joplin comes inside.
Okay,
He's like,
before I highlight it, yeah.
hello. You're clearly not here for... Look, I'm paid up this month, and you can't possibly threaten me. The people
I'm just here to make some friends. It's okay.
make friends. Are you ordering?
Sure. Why not?
Excellent. I can go ahead and get you some specialty if you're interested.
Why not?
Okay. He goes ahead and he pours you a cup of tea. He says, there you go. That'll be 3 golds.
Okay.
It's very expensive for a cup of tea.
Hand it over.
Thank you much. Go, make your friends. Make a
Okay.
perception check.
Yeah. Sorry, that was me looking around the room. Ooh, not one.
Nat 1. I mean, you look around this room and nothing really, no one, what you're looking for is like telltale signs of someone like easily manipulated, stuff like that. But I mean, everyone kind of keeps to themselves, and if you look over at them like inspectingly, they kind of like turn away from you pretty quickly. This is kind of a place where people like come to get high and they don't really like stay to make friends.
Okay, okay. Dang. Well, then in that case, I'll probably just take the tea with me
Sure.
and start walking around outside
Okay, you do so.
to find someone.
You see 2 gentlemen kind of like standing by. Well, I say standing. One of them is sitting down. They have no legs. Another one is like has a cup out and is like, kind of like begging for change. You can kind of see him like staring up into the sky without any kind of, sir, change,
Change.
coppers, alms for the
Isn't
poor.
that what we all need? Wouldn't you like to change your situation?
I would very much like some food in my belly and some coin in my cup. Yes.
Would you like to come back with me? I have all of that and more.
Oh, I frequent this place. I know this place well.
Oh, we can come back here. It's not far, I promise you.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I cast friends first?
Yeah, you want to cast him using the loot.
Huh? Wait, what? Yeah.
Alrighty. Grasping onto the loot, you then make connection with him. Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage.
That's 21.
21. He smiles. Yes, I would very much like that, stranger. What do I call you?
You can call me Zell.
Zell.
Zelt.
Very well. The gentleman sitting on the ground is like,
Bring your friend too.
Keller, I don't like the look of this one. His cut. He seems suspicious. He seems of magic. And he kind of like rubs his legs that are kind of bandaged up.
Okay. Is there anything I could help you out with, friend?
That tea you got. Powerfully painful. I would take that and look the other way.
Then you'll come with? Your friend, of course.
My friend can't carry me.
Well, we could make some sort of means.
Some tea
there's
and
no,
a free ride to see the city? Sure.
Okay, well then that's what we'll do. And then I give it to him.
He like instantly starts to sip it down and like finishes it all in one. You're like, and then like keeps the cup.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find a carriage anywhere around. What time of day is it right now?
It's around mid-morning, afternoon.
Okay.
I don't know what you two are up to, but you keep passing notes and don't think I don't see it. You're up to something.
Yeah, like what the?
We're in middle school. It's fine.
Yeah, seriously. At one point I'll be like,
Yes,
Mr.
I know.
Adam, would
She's
you like to
asking
show?
me to the Sadie Hawkins.
Not on
Oh,
camera.
I'm sorry. No, she's not.
Scoon is like, hands.
We're figuring out when my mom can pick us up.
Gives me real old school, middle school vibes. Oh my gosh. You are
Keep going.
able-
We're not in the scene.
You're able to find a carriage pretty easily. It'll be 3 silver in order to transport you guys over to where I think you're going.
Okay.
They're all sitting, like they're in the carriage and they're like, describe to me the outside. The gentleman named Keller is asking, the blind one.
Well, we have a lot of shoddy buildings right now, but as we pass this wall, we'll turn into these large structures of cobblestone, rough and solid, with gold lining, and then we'll stop at my favorite place. I'm trying to remember where it is.
Are you going to the place beforehand?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the Boar's Head.
Yeah,
The Smiling Boar.
Yeah.
You guys, the gentleman who is currently like in kind of a more stupor area, he's like, let's not go to the Smiling Boar.
Why not?
There's been murders there.
Murder?
You're going to kill us and take what little we have?
No, I was just going to treat you to a drink.
Drink sounds nice.
Okay. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
And then I'm just going to get him as drunk as possible. I don't care how much it costs.
Go ahead and we'll go ahead and say that's 30 gold.
Minus 30 gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually they are drunk as hell. I don't like this. I'm going to get a hold of that note during the break and I'm going to find out what's happening here.
Okay. So the idea here
Caleb, do you
is
have a lighter?
to do that.
I do actually. I do. I do have a lighter.
They are pretty shit-faced.
Are they still like somewhat conscious, like awake?
Yeah,
hate that
they're
idea.
conscious.
All right. I'm gonna say, all right, time to go back to your rooms, but lead them to the mansion instead.
You go to the mansion and you have an unmistakable problem. You cannot enter into this. They can't enter into this building. One of them's blind, the other one's crippled. You gotta take
Well, I can
them in.
open the door for them, can't I?
How's the guy with no legs gonna get in?
I can carry him. Can't I
Alright.
get in?
Sure, you're able to lead them into the house, back into the familiar green room, and you do see hanging in one corner is one of the chained devils. The noticeably silent one descends from the ceiling, and then you see a boned hand come up from from underneath the small little ledge that peeks out over this deep room, and you see what looks to be an entirely different visage. It says, "Hello, Saren."
All right, boys. Now, don't mind the dream. Just be okay. Be okay.
You notice the bone devil
Oh.
like touch their finger to their throat, and they say, "Why, hello, dearies. You look very tired after your long day. Allow me, please, to book you for our stay here. You've already been paid up." The gentleman who is crippled is like barely conscious at this time. And you see like this creature like point to both of the eyes, and like point over to the guy who is crippled but can still very much see. He's about to like lull his eyes open and look over at this creature.
Oh, can I like cover his eyes up before?
Sure, he's like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" I don't. It's like, "Only your signature's necessary here," and like this bone devil places a quill inside of the cripple's hand and has them like sign something. "And you, sir?" He's like, I cannot make letters." The bone devil like puts their hand over that says, "That's all right. I'll help you." Like cuts their finger,
Fix them.
drops down on the book. Excellent. Excellent. The guy opens his eyes. He's like, "Why, you're a what? He grabs the crippled man and throws him down. He's like, "Ah!" And the blind man's like, "What was that? What was that?" And you hear like a chain wrap around, like move off, and he like gets dragged away. He's like, "Oh!" And that's all you hear of him. He's like, "That might have been the fastest transaction I've ever seen."
So, we're clear. There are no ties between us. There was no cost. We are clean, even, clear. Yes?
Oh, I'm very pleased, yes. I believe that you've done exemplary, and you've earned me a promotion. And you see the wings of this bone devil like expand out. "You don't recognize me, do you? But I am Kyrix."
Of course, you feel familiar. You look very different.
Yes.
Kind of jealous. I guess we kind of both had our own way of going about it.
Yes.
Well, hopefully I never see you again. It was wonderful doing business.
Of course, of course. You did read your contract, correct?
Could you please entreat me with the details?
Well, I mean, you've gotten your 4 souls. You've gotten paid in your amount. The details are no longer important. I was more or less wondering if you could read Infernal.
Oh.
God damn it.
No, I mean, if the details are important, you wouldn't be asking me about them.
This is the one contract I didn't read, and I hate myself to this day because of it.
Well,
If you were as good with business as you say you are, you wouldn't need to.
Yes. Unfortunately, the contract is void within the first week of non-completion. It's been a little over.
Why was I not notified?
You never asked. Your friend read through all the contracts. I was wondering why she didn't read through yours.
Well then, we never
Don't
had a
put
deal
this
here.
on her.
Why would then? So then, why would I still be able to use the loot? And why am I also still held under contract
Well,
and treated as such when it is already voided?
if you will, he rolls out this sheet of music that you both sang in order to solidify the contract. He says, "Well, now there is a clause in here that says that you may keep any banes or boons of the contract, but that you forfeit the rights to your soul upon death, if it is not completed within a certain amount of time. I made sure to make sure that you were properly paid. But look, now you're playing in the big leagues. When you die, you'll become You'll become one of us. You will fight in the infernal army, and you will quickly rise to the ranks, especially someone, a go-getter like you. In fact, we can make another deal right now. If you offer me fealty upon your death and reconstruction in the new world, I will see that you are promoted to the rank of chain devil when I get
Fealty? You will see nothing. I will return.
very good.
Unfair deals? I may be shifty, but I'm not unfair. I'm not a liar.
Well, that does hurt me deeply. Wounds me even.
It's just a mirror.
Well,
It was your action.
you
Be mad at-
seem upset. Perhaps you'd like to offer more brave words inside my presence. Maybe you'd like to leave with your life while you still have it.
You bothered?
We can expedite that little arrangement.
I'm sorry to really question who you are. Sorry to shake your ground, because you're oh so powerful. I'll be on my way then.
As you leave. Hang on a second, guys. I gotta pull up. The Infernal Hierarchy has a bunch of cool stuff in it. Never hate.
We love a good lawful evil group.
Okay. As you leave, as you exit through the door. Aw, man. Well, it'll be effective anyway. A 10 doesn't hit, I assume.
No.
As you're leaving, as you get all the way to the door, you hear a small little spine, like a small little prick from his spine, embedded in the door frame right next to you as you're leaving. He's like, "See you around, Zarin, mine."
Say nothing. Close the door. Walk out.
Alrighty. At some point, oh, poor Rowan.
Bro, you have no idea.
Hey, thanks for reading that contract for me.
You know what? I don't know why I didn't. You know what? Whatever.
Don't talk to me.
It's evening. It's evening in Baldur's Gate. The four of you, yes.
No, I want to do something, but you go first.
Okay. The four of you end up at the table, Rhea waiting for you guys to come back. You all gather around. It's oddly quiet as Oliver, pensive with thought about why certain things don't match up. Rowan, thinking about how she was able to how she was able to pull the thoughts out of a person with no spell cast. With Zarin, contemplating the possible afterlife for probably one of the first times in his life. And Merritt, with plagued by words said
Yeah.
by a dove.
Perfect. Because I think after like a moment of sitting there, Merritt just turns to Oliver and just, how many names are left?
What do you mean? I'm sure there's countless names in the
No,
world.
like,
I
no,
mean,
no. On your sword. How many names do you have left on your sword?
I mean, 2 are crossed off. There was supposed to be 4. I don't see the name until it shows up, so I don't know who's next. And you don't need to know who was before.
Okay.
Okay.
Rhea says, I think it is time that we take a run at the Van Thampers, if it's all right.
Am I
Spent a-
there yet?
We spent a week. You guys have prepared in different ways for all this. I think it's time we made our run on them. We know their ins and outs. If we want to make any preparations, I think this is the time that we do it. I have this feeling that something like what happened at El Terrell is going to happen to Baldur's Gate.
I think we should go to El Terrell.
It's a pit in the ground. It's nothing.
I think we should go.
Why?
I just have this feeling like there's something going on there. And I just think we really, really need to go.
There's nothing going on there.
But there-
Literally, there is nothing going on there.
But there is something. Like my home just can't disappear. Like there has to be something behind it, and I want to go.
Where's the Hellrider chick? Talk to her.
Rhea, like, yeah. I'm right here.
Oh, sorry.
My name
Miles
is Rhea
away.
also.
Who?
Rhea.
No, it's not raining.
Okay.
She reaches out and grasps Merritt's hand. She says, "We know what's behind it. It's the Van Thampers. Our home is not gone, but it's
But one human family can't make a whole town disappear. There's something much more happening.
then they're connected. We know that they are. Fabius Krieg is probably being imprisoned down there, and I think it has something to do with it. I really do, Merritt.
Mary just gets quiet and starts wiping her eyes.
Well, what do you think? You three. You want to go back down to El Terrell? I'll show you that it's just a pit in the ground.
I believe you.
I believe you.
And I mean, I don't want to take on something that big without, being a level up. So
I feel like there's a lot to attend to
Fat
here.
fucking chance.
You just ruined it for all of us. Thanks.
no, I ruined it a while ago.
We're ready to do this. You've got your spells. You guys are as informed as you're going to be. We've been doing runs on the house. We know what to expect. This is the time to do
Something
it.
we never do.
Unless you really want to go to El Terrell, and we can. It's a few days' journey, but if you need to see it in order to move, then we'll go and see it.
Time's no matter. Let's seize the day. We can't wait for a better opportunity. There's never going to be a better opportunity. They're only going to get stronger.
Oh, you're right.
We have to be there. We have to. No point. At the end of all this, what's it worth anyways?
True. I need to take my mind off this anyway. So.
Let's do it.
And that is where we're going to go ahead and cut to break. Thank you for watching us. We'll be back in another 10 minutes, some 15 minutes, as I'm told, and then we'll continue on with our little adventure. Freeze frame.
Aoife. Okay.
I just got
That is. I really like that.
sound back. Okay.
Hello.
Are we back? Oh.
What is this?
I was using it as a.
Hey, we're live.
Oh, got it.
Hi.
Yeah.
Welcome to
We're
D&D
live?
tonight.
Hi. I didn't just fall into my seat.
You can put your legs down.
And now you have to stay there for the rest of the show.
No.
You're stuck.
With the leg.
This is the worst it's been.
Okay.
I usually am right on time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So, the last time we left off, we had a week. Oliver killed a guy. It's not important. You guys went out into you followed a lead for Oliver's. Sorry, I'm all scattered. They said live, and I'm like, oh, right now.
Mood, big mood.
Oliver was given information that didn't match up with something that he had known before, and went off in pursuit of that with Zarin. While they were in town, Zarin met up with his dad, had a small talk, and then proceeded to go ahead and take 2 souls back to the Mandakrai mansion, effectively sealing his contract.
The worst thing that's been done yet.
Am I the worst? I don't know. Rowan learned a bunch of magic, which was fun. She fell out of a building and, well, she got pushed out of the building, but this time did not.
I didn't jump this time.
No, you didn't. Very clearly did not jump. And then Merritt got a visitor, and that's all we need to know about that. And so,
And I'm officially a princess.
and so, during that week in Baldur's Gate, a lot of things happened. It wasn't just your small little isolated adventures. Roland got more opportunities to go out on the town. Zarin and Oliver caused ruckus in other ways, and Merritt was able to do more than just go Temple Keep for that time. And we'll be releasing some content related to that, possibly. Now, you all end the evening. And Rowan, you have a very, very strange dream. There's a creature with many hands, almost amorphous in form, that moves across what looks to be like a sea of moving colors, climbing upon rocks. You feel as though you're there in the dream, but you're not actually physically present. And you see a larger creature that has almost a crustacean-like face, but morphs into almost a serpentine body that begins to like follow the creature with many hands and is amorphous. You hear it speak. And the creature, this crustacean-like creature, leaps towards the one with many hands as it tries to move as fast as it can away from all of this. And you wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. And you hear the sound of metal hitting metal. But not from a sound that you can hear outside. You can't put a direction to it. You can only hear...
Don't die.
I'm literally dying.
I thought
You
that
hear
was a
coughing.
character
Me
for
too.
2 seconds.
You hear-
We were like, which character is this? Weird.
There's an old man downstairs. He's
Dying.
You can hear just subtly. And you can almost sense a direction, but it's not as though sound is emanating from there. It just sounds like there's a source of some sort. What would you like to do?
I want to figure out where the sound is coming from.
Make a perception check.
Oh gosh.
Oh yes.
Wait. 4.
4. It takes you some time, but you realize that the sound is actually coming after entering into the hall. You can almost kind of like hot or cold pass by Oliver's room and see that it's coming from there. And kind of without even realizing it, you place a hand against the door and you see images, sounds. You see someone in almost intricate and beautiful armor that is stained blood red, black ichor dripping off of it, and a large sword that glows. And you see it cutting down into amorphous, asymmetrical creatures. Some of them look familiar. Some of them look like chain devils. Others are uncertain. You see a burnt out sky and several blips of just things on fire within that within that lightless sky. You see huge machines moving across the landscape, and you see a river thousands of feet long of just blood. And you see the entity in which your perspective is forced through, gripping a sword and slicing and tearing down things one by one. Everything comes up to him, and you actually begin to see him like step on top of this small little mountain as things fall down and become part of this large corpse mound.
I take my hand off the door.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do for this evening?
I'm going back in my room, but I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to sit there and try to meditate
So,
a little bit.
Bradley style, you pull the covers up and look up and just stare at your
No, I'm sitting
ceiling.
on the bed, crisscrossed. I'm trying to
Got it,
meditate.
never
I know I'm
mind.
not going to be able to sleep.
That is how I sleep.
That hit way very close to home.
Trying to calm down.
Whenever Charlotte's like, you said too many times in that video, that evening sleep is just me going like
Hey, you're valid.
hours on end. I did it again. So, you meditate, silence yourself, and you can feel this presence almost overtake you. You feel as though a part of you has been shielded off. It almost feels as though there's a presence with you, like there's almost not like quite watching you, but is aware of you. And you can now go ahead and take resistance to psychic damage.
Cool.
Alrighty. That's a big tip off for all the other people at home, but no. The morning comes. What would you guys like to do today?
Bring down everything.
Alrighty, so to properly succeed Baldur's Gate in 3 separate sections, you need to first go after the. Oh, do you mean just the Van Thamper house? Let's do that.
Yeah.
We'll start with that.
We'll start there.
We'll start with what we know.
Y'all can go ahead and plan a little bit because it's going to take an entire day to get to the evening, and I assume that's when you wanted to go ahead and strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, Rowan is.
shook.
Everyone's.
I am shook.
Well, you guys got you have time to plan. Is there any way you want to go about this? This is the layout of the area, and you guys know it pretty well enough to reconstruct what you see on the table here.
Is that the front?
It's a 2-story building.
Two stories.
This
That's
is
the-
upstairs.
That's
right?
upstairs,
Did
yeah.
we ever come up with a plan on how we were going to get in exactly? I
Nope.
cannot
No.
remember.
No.
Oh, I do need one person to take responsibility of Rhea.
You looked at me.
Well, that's because he pointed at you.
Oh, that's fine. I'll play a fighter.
She's a veteran.
technically a paladin, right?
Veteran. She takes the stats of a veteran.
Give me them stats, boy.
Tell you what, I'll go ahead and take a picture of him, send him over to you.
Thank you very much, friend.
What is the plan, people?
Do we want to go in loud or we want to go in quiet?
I think we should probably just go in loud.
Well, what are we trying to achieve?
Thank you, Allison. Okay.
Okay, let's clarify that because
Because
that
there's
shapes
two
the plan
big
is.
things. There's 2 big things. There's the mom, like Ms. Van Thamper.
We should probably make sure she's there first before we go
And we
in.
know there are magic users.
I feel like we
know-
know that she's gonna be there. Wouldn't be going if that wasn't
Her comings and
the case.
goings are known to you. She
Yeah.
does always retire at her place.
But the other problem is the dad. The dad is always home. The dad never leaves. He has imps under his control.
Isn't that the brother?
The older brother.
Yeah,
older
older
brother.
Okay.
Older brother. Yeah.
Older brother.
We know nothing of dads. I think there are multiple dads and none of them are in the picture.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But there was somebody, and I think he's a big concern. I think he's a big problem because if he has underlings
You've got
and
mail.
people to do his bidding, like that's gonna be a challenge for us.
So kill him first?
Kill him first.
Should that be our primary point of entry?
I mean, maybe we'll be able to do a roll to figure out if we know where his room is, and if we are able to do so, we should go there, hit there first, and then spread out through the house and try to find the mom. But it sounds like if there's anybody who has the closest ties to anything infernal, anything evil, it's going to be him. I don't think he's pulling all of the threads, but I think he's a major player.
Major player.
Major key.
I'm just gonna eat my minis and choke on them.
So, do we want to go in as quietly as we can at first?
I think we should go in as quietly as possible at first.
And be prepared for the worst.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to the days that I used to play a trickster cleric. How good would it be right now to have all of those abilities?
We can always supply it too. We can go pick up some fireworks.
Hey, I mean, you can multi-class. You can always multi-class.
I feel like I
Noted.
feel like at this point I have to not multi-class into cleric as like a point of protest. With
She
cleric.
says, wearing a cleric sweatshirt.
Like, I swear I'm not my character.
I swear. I swear. I only had a pixie cut twice.
3 times. And
You
it's
know that there are
trained.
2 modes of entry into this house.
Okay.
The first,
Thank you, sir, for getting us back on
I'm
track.
glad we also
Chugga
didn't have to roll
chugga.
for that.
the first is this one right here, the back of the house, more or less. The other one, well, actually, it's at the southernmost part of this house. The other is, I'm trying to go ahead and correlate it here. It is right there. I should use like a. I wish I had like a crap stick. You know, I could rein in all my
You need a
stuff.
laser pointer.
I could very much use a laser pointer. But yes, right there, that is the second point of entry. That is the northernmost entry point.
Okay.
Now, it is all surrounded, I'll go ahead and remind you, by a 12-foot high wall. There are 9 guards there at night that patrol in threes, but if you're good, you could probably stealth your way inside.
Okay. See. Well, we should at least try to sneak inside
Yeah.
first.
It's better than nothing.
Good. I mean, honestly, what's the worst that could happen? As long as we get in there and remove power, for lack of a better term, should be fine.
So I was reading Rhea's stats. I got the message.
I feel like this might be one we don't need as much planning for as we should. We should probably just
There's only so much you can plan.
exactly.
That's true. I mean, like what are we supposed to do? Like,
We don't-
who are we supposed to be other than walking in there, taking names, and kicking ass? Sorry, that's me.
I think it's time we just
They're bad.
run it.
Let's go kill bad people.
I'm down.
I love that.
I like that. It's our motto now.
Is it?
No.
Is it?
Do we want to try the front door just to see how far we could get?
Wait. Okay, sorry. I completely forgot. What is
What
the
if
name
we
of the
all
oldest
tried
brother?
different doors?
The oldest brother's name is Thirstwell Van Thamper.
It was in the campaign note doc that I shared with you.
It actually was not. I
It actually is.
bet good money.
So anyway, Dom, what are you doing this weekend?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to work. Nothing but work.
Yeah.
You try to win a game and it ends up being like a group project.
See,
and
look, and that.
in college.
God damn it.
I need.
Sorry. I
So,
don't like being wrong.
so we're attacking at night, right?
Yes, we're
Yeah,
sneaking
So
in
we're
and
sneaking in at night, but it's the upper city, right?
We're sneaking in through the
How-
front door?
How are we getting into the upper city,
Oh,
first of all?
God, yeah.
There's the question.
Yeah.
we're already gonna be there.
Okay.
But they clear it.
They clear it at night. Because I don't think flaming fisting can get us that far.
No, you know that this area is watched by the guard essentially. The Flaming Fist basically patrols the lower city, but the upper city is watched by essentially the I think it's just called the Watch. The Watch is the frou-frou people who like watch out for all the people
Are there
who
no
live here.
buildings or walls we can climb over?
There
rather
are
than have-
abandoned buildings up there.
aren't there?
But remember that it's 12 feet high of wall, and yeah, you can probably jump over maybe, but
Well, to
I
even-
mean, we're talking.
Could we
To even get
I'm
into
not,
the upper
I'm not
city.
getting over that wall.
Could we get no? Let's go in during daytime, and then try to search for an empty house, and
Wait it out.
wait it out inside that empty house. Like basically squat in an empty house.
I like it.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm with it.
that's where I was going.
Yeah. Same energy. So
I've got nothing
let's
now.
go in. Let's flash the badge in the middle of the day while the sun is up. Let's spend some time searching some houses, trying to find one that is abandoned, and then wait it out in there.
Alrighty. Y'all go up to the upper city. Go ahead and everybody make an investigation roll.
19.
Investigation.
15.
14.
12.
Guess that's you. Oliver, you don't quite find a house. Everyone lives and everything. There's no abandoned houses in the upper city. Everyone literally will cling to the last bits of real estate, selling everything that's inside in order to maintain their hold in the city.
Oh, yeah.
But you can find an alleyway that's close by that no one kind of takes a look at, and that has a backyard that nobody really seems to habitate often. Habitate? Stand around, basically.
Well, make ourselves comfortable, I guess.
I guess.
Time passes. Eventually, night falls. You see the majority of the guard that typically stands by in the day leave. You see the oil lanterns lit around the Van Vamper villa, and night has come. What are we doing, people? Go ahead and make your representation known on the board, actual.
This is the entrance, right?
Huh?
Isn't that...
Both are entrances.
Let's go through the back.
The back is over there.
The southern? Okay.
You want to put us over there, sir?
Sure.
Sorry,
Thanks.
We all tumble down the hill. Whoa.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The 5 of you are here. The 12-foot wall itself is not actually monitored in any way, but you guys are outside the wall. You can kind of peek in and see the guard kind of moving through. If anyone wants to go ahead, I'm saying y'all a lot. If anyone wants to go enter in, they need to make a stealth check to go ahead and make it to that door.
Hey, Zarin, think you can get in and unlock that door from the other side?
Unlocking doors.
I could do that.
it's loud.
But
Really loud.
Oh. Yeah.
A veteran speaks up. Okay, who has the best stealth?
not me.
Honestly, it might be me.
I think it might be you too.
+4. So I guess I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try it. It's actually is it a normal +4? So then it's a plus.
Yeah, if you have +4, I only have +2, so.
I mean, I'll hoist you. I'll push you up
Okay.
over the wall.
It's
because I think we and you can do that.
So this gate is
Are you guys
locked?
going? That is actually unlocked.
Unlocked?
Actually, hang on a second. I think that it is. Ooh.
Nope, you just said it was unlocked, so
Yeah.
we got it
It's
on camera.
We're walking in.
We're just perusing.
Nope, it is unlocked. Oddly.
Oh wait, what am I
Oddly
doing?
enough.
I have stats.
Okay.
Is there a window I can try to sneak through?
There's no window outside the wall. No.
No,
Oh yeah, there are windows. In fact, anything that are not those 2 entrances are windows into this place. If you want to break and enter, your little B&E, you know.
well, I was just hoping it might open. You know, always check the head.
Try before you pry.
Try
That's how
before,
you-
yeah. So I'm gonna do my best to sneak through and check for any entrances, alternative
Okay,
entrances.
so you're gonna go up to. You're entering into the villa.
Well, I want to check first and make sure there's no one like. Did you put these here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is essentially a guard that is stationed, and they all move at one point or another. If you want to go ahead and make a stealth check to see if you can get past there unseen, you can. They seem to
Well-
just be chatting amongst each other.
Okay, I'll stealth check it. That's the right one. Oh, 22.
Ooh,
Nice.
hot and spicy.
23? 23.
You make
20
your
no,
way
20, 21. 21.
all
I
the
can't
way
do math.
over here, unseen. It appears by everyone.
Okay. What? Can I look inside?
I'm sorry.
Can I look inside and see like if there's any alternative? Like, can I see anything going on inside the house?
Looking through. So, yeah, looking through the window. Or hang on a second. That's a door. Dear God. No, those are windows. This is the door itself.
That's the main door.
That you look inside, and it looks like there are 2 people. One of them is dusting. The other one is simply like folding cloth. It looks like a man and a woman. They appear to be servants.
Okay, so we have that to be careful about. Do the windows seem to open?
You try it. It is locked.
Okay. I'm gonna look back to the group to see if any of them are looking, and see if they want me to do anything. I mean, do you guys make any notes or anything? I don't know what to do at this point. I'm just kind of.
We have to get inside.
Yeah. I mean, try the other door. There's got to be a door somewhere.
I guess I'll go for the
You
main
tried a
door
window,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you never know.
Through the window. Through the wall.
You go ahead.
We
and
might
go
just
in.
have to.
Door is open. You enter in.
Okay.
Oh, well, let me tell you about what you see.
Oh, okay.
You enter into a foyer. Apart from the main entrance, this room has two exits. A plaster shelf is lined with ornate vases. That circle the room at the height of 9 feet. Spread across the flagstone floor is a 10-foot wide, 15-foot long rug of exquisite design depicting a royal coronation. There are 2 tapestries that hanging on the walls to depict a dragon flying over a ship and pilgrims on camels, respectively.
Okay. Are there any platforms like up above? Is there anything that's tall enough that I could probably hide on top of it and not be seen?
The only thing that's in this sort of foyer are these little things that are holding up the vases and whatnot.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like it's a place where you can like sit on. I mean, you're gonna look like an oversized elf on the shelf. So you're
Okay.
staying on brand for Christmas.
I'm gonna try to signal everyone through to where I am.
Okay.
Okay, so you get the wave. Who's making the stealth roll first?
I will.
Wait. Oh no, you'll be fine.
I will go last. for
16.
good reason.
Okay.
Oh.
All
All
right.
right.
There's that. That's who needs it the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16, you say.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to roll for Rhea?
Yep.
I'm gonna-
And then you enter into the home.
I'm gonna pull out
A moment of
different-
suspense, and then
I'm gonna pull out a different dice for Rhea.
All right.
fair. I like the gold.
Oh wait, what would it?
Uh-oh.
Would it be plus dex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she doesn't have any, if she's not proficient in stealth, then yeah.
9.
Oh no.
She makes it halfway across, and you guys hear, "Stop right there!"
Mara
Everybody
just
roll
looks
for
over
initiative.
her shoulder.
And Rhea's
Initiative.
like, "We knew this was gonna happen eventually." Go ahead and everybody roll initiative.
Can I use your inspiration for initiative?
Oh my
cannot.
god.
Cannot. I will hold on to it still, though.
Okay, good.
Rolling for my guards. Ooh, these are great dice, Liv.
You guys got that on camera, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
What just happened to make my crew in the back freak out? So,
I hear them like giggling behind me, and I'm like, they got that on camera. God. Ugh.
No, I'm gonna
Because
have
I
to-
sat there with my reaction for a cool minute too.
what happened?
Oh, don't worry, you'll get to it. You'll find out soon.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Watch the episode back. It's fine.
It's a
Yeah,
very.
there you go.
Just
I know
watch
for
it
a
over.
fact that it's cinematic beauty.
I'm gonna hear about it from Charlotte later. All right, 25 to 20. Guys, did you roll initiative for Rhea, by the way?
Nope.
See, that's why I asked. 25 to 20.
God above.
He knew.
Using the
really
wrong
did.
dice there,
How
sweetheart.
did he know?
I gotta talk to my dice. Okay, Rhea is at a solid 19.
Very good, Rhea. 19 to, hang on, 19 to 15.
18.
Mr. Zarin will go next. 14 to, oh, hang on. What did you say?
18.
Very good.
Use your brain power.
Shut up.
Not you.
Oh,
Rain blast.
we all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. Okay.
I want to clarify that before we came in, I did cast mage armor because I had it stored in the ring.
Oh, when did you say that?
Fine, I'll cast it in my first action
Cool.
then.
Ooh, a feisty DM.
14 to 10.
I changed my AC, but I didn't say it. I'm sorry.
14 to 10.
13.
Very good. Mr. Oliver?
7.
7. Rhea has the first wind. On deck is going to be Zarin. Know what you want to do?
Oh,
What is Rhea's
no.
move? She is a key.
He
I
glossed over you.
didn't even, because he knows. Like, he knows like how, no, not even, absolute shit this roll was. I'm at 3.
Oh, you're at 3. I didn't even put you on here.
Yeah, no, because you knew.
Legitimately forgot because I knew that you were rolling 2
Do you have the
people.
tracker? Do I have the tracker?
I got a
don't
natural
know.
1.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. Alrighty. Well, Rhea goes first. What are we doing?
Okay, Rhea is going, oh
She's
wait.
got a multi-attack. She can also take the dodge action.
Does she have to move all the way over there or no?
She would have to, unless you want to go ahead and. Oh, I mean, she's a veteran, so she also has a heavy crossbow, so she can
Yeah.
attack at range.
Okay, then we're gonna do a ranged attack when I'm getting the rest of the dice. So we're gonna do a ranged attack that's let me roll to hit. And that's plus dex?
Yeah, that's plus 3 to hit. So on the bottom.
Yeah, so 16 to hit.
16 does hit damage.
Damage is going to be 1d10. I am not prepared, but it's fine.
1d10 plus 1.
3.
Plus 1 for crossbow. Because dex is 1.
Oh, I'm looking at the. Oh,
You're good,
1d10
you're good, you're
plus
good.
1, yeah.
Did I chop off the heavy crossbow bit?
No.
Okay.
It's there. I'm reading the wrong one. I'm reading the short sword. 8.
8 points of damage. Rhea goes ahead and she aims, fires, and it like breaks through the splint mail of these guards, and they're like, ah, shit. Anything else on her turn? Bonus action or movement?
She's going to move. She has a arrangement move of 30, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then she's at least going to move forward, so she's closer to them. So she like fires and then runs.
Okay. End of turn.
End of turn.
Zarin, you're up. Guards are next, after which will be Rowan for mage armor.
How do you think I feel?
I really wasn't ready for this.
You can go back outside if you want.
Oof. You said I didn't see anybody in this area, did I?
Not that you can see, no. But you do hear the commotion outside.
I'm gonna go towards this room.
You're not going into combat? That's hilarious. You enter in.
20?
Okay. Immediately on your right-hand side, you see a giant wax statue of an older woman holding what looks to be like a cat with a rat in its mouth, and the cat has wings.
Okay.
Also inside this room we'll go ahead and use the zombie minis for those.
The servants.
Yep. Go ahead and put them in there. I guess they're now going to be an initiative. Oh gosh, they're both going to die. No!
That was way to go.
Hang on, I got to make up a name real quick.
He's fine.
Fendrick?
They got long legs.
Your dad's name is Fendrick, right?
Fenric.
Fenrick. This one has a D in it.
Oh, okay. Oh.
No? Nothing? All right. Thought Adam was going to do it. All right, so you enter into this room.
Wow.
They both look over, and they're like, who are you?
Just don't worry about it.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, I was gonna tell them you should probably leave.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Intimidation.
Shouldn't it be persuasion?
It's okay. It's 13.
13. They both look at each other. They're like, I believe we should. This one goes over, grabs her hand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They're on their way out. Alrighty. Next up, I mean, that was your action to persuade him. Do you have a bonus action you want to do?
No, that's good. That's it.
Cool. Guards are going to go. This one with the crossbow bolt in their arm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is going to go ahead and live. I'm attacking Rhea.
Okay.
Oop, oop, oop. There we go. You know what? Let's stick with these dice. They're doing well. Until just that moment. That's a critical fail. Yeah. And he doesn't even get to get that close because he's got a spear. Yeah, that's not going to hit with the critical fail. So
Oh, no, God, no.
that's fun. The second one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's say 25 here. Go ahead and do that again. Unless her AC is friggin' 8, which it's not, she doesn't get hit.
Nope.
15, 20, 25, 30. He can attack that range. And he will. 14?
Nope.
Also, I misspoke earlier. They have chain shirts and shields. They don't have anything else. They don't have split. That's it for my guards. Give that to them. Next up,
I cast mage armor. Okay, cool. I'm going to make my way in through the gate
Okay. So
and just make my way across. I'm not fucking with those guards.
She just jumped in through the window? Is that what?
Cool. Sure. I'm dashing in. Cool.
have an additional
10,
20 feet?
20.
5'10"? Yeah.
20.
You just bolt in and keep going past
Yeah,
her.
I'm gonna run in, and I don't know the lay of the house, so I'm gonna keep looking.
Okay, so you're there. It is at that point, I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative for my little friends.
Oh no.
Ooh, okie dokie.
I don't like that.
Oh,
Huh? The imps. Yeah.
let's go ahead and just grab this, put that there.
I'm gonna have to keep the rapier out.
It's a smart idea, especially for what's coming up next.
Yup.
Fun stuff.
All the fun stuff.
One of the batting cages.
Yeah, kind of, something like that.
Oh, also you have in the thing we got you, there's a distance ruler, so
Excellent.
you can use it to, yeah.
We thought of everything.
You really, really did. Thank you, guys. Seriously.
Just so you know, in case you need it.
That's really nice of you. I'm not gonna cry. It doesn't mean I'm gonna. Stop saying nice things. I have to hurt you guys.
He's gonna cry.
Okay.
We're trying to make it hard for you.
Let's go ahead and put these guys where they belong. That's 1, 2,
Oh no.
3, and 4. Cool.
Cool. We got this.
What?
Oh yeah, girl. This one flies down. It's gonna go ahead and do a. Let's see, a sting. Yeah, let's do a sting. Stings are fun.
This is supposed to be a.
To me?
No, over to
Me?
Rowan because she's the one in there. Those guys are also going to attack you guys in the room, but I'm not there yet. That was the end of your turn? That's action. That's movement. That's. Do you have a bonus action you want to do before all this kicks off?
No.
Cool. Then, imp number 1 is going to go ahead. Today, imp number 1 is played by Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
That one.
14. Nice try. 14 plus 5, 19. Does that hit?
It hits.
Cool. Let's go ahead and use these dice. They're rolling for me great tonight. So that is going to be a 7 points of piercing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's cool.
It's super cool.
Oh no.
20, not natural.
Okay, you do not take the poison damage.
Okay, cool.
The next one's going to come over. They become uninvisible. Still it attacks. It's concentrating on spell. Okay, cool. That's, yeah, neat. All right, this one's going to go ahead and sting you also. Critical fail. That one, next to Merritt, is going to go ahead and try and sting her. That is a shitload. That is 23.
Yeah, it hits.
Cool. That is going to be 7 points of damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
That's going to be a. Let me double. I'm pretty sure it's 14. Yeah.
Alrighty.
No. 16. My apologies. 16.
16. Okay. You do not take poison damage.
Cool.
The final one is going to go ahead. How far can you fly? Oh, baby. Yeah, you can make it. 5, 10, 15, 20. This one's going to go ahead and give you another sting. That is a 19 to hit. That is another 7 points of damage. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my goodness.
That's going to be a 9, but I am going to use. Oh my God, what was I? I was just looking at it. I'm going to use favored by the gods. I'm going to roll 2d4 to add to it, and that's going to be. What did I say it was? It was 9, 3, so 12.
12 just saves.
Ooh.
So, as Rowan dashes in here, glowing with mage armor, she goes to try the door, and then all of a sudden there's a stick, as you see this creature with bat wings, small, tiny, but red in color, stinging you with what looks like a scorpion's tail. Another one comes up from behind, it actually catches on the mage armor and does not actually penetrate through. Another one appears just next to Merritt and stings at her, taking its opportunity to hit one. And then one comes out of invisibility as it goes it turns visible, and you hear you feel the sting in your shoulder. And as the poison begins to set in from its stinger, you can feel yourself welled up with divine energy. And as it pushes back the coursing poison and nullifies it. Those are the imps' turns. They are now at initiative 20 after all that good stuff. So they go first in combat now.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but next up we have Oliver, and after that is Merritt. Oliver, what's the plan?
I guess I'm just gonna power into the mansion.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Do you want to dash in there?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you walk in, you see a lot of flying devil bats. You have 25 feet of movement remaining.
I'm gonna stay right there.
Sounds good. Next up, we have Merritt. Merritt, what's the plan?
I'm so sorry.
On deck are the imps again.
Okay, so
We're all ready?
Mary is going to cast Shatter, and she's going to cast it right here. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from your point of choice. Each creature within a 10-foot radius must make a Constitution saving throw.
You just hit like.
Both of us.
Yeah.
I told you I'm sorry. I started.
You
with
looked
my
at
saying
him.
I'm
I didn't know
sorry.
you were hitting me.
All right.
I looked at you too.
Luckily,
You
the
said
imps get
con?
advantage on that, so it's Constitution.
God's above.
They rolled 2 2s for the first one, so
Yes.
number 1's gonna fail. Number 2 rolled a decent 13.
13. My DC is 13, so if it meets, it beats.
Meets a beat, so he saves her from it.
No,
you-
but
you
all
hit-
of them are getting hit. I'm passing it right here.
Oh, balls. 10
All
foot
of them
radius,
are
5,
getting
10.
hit.
Yeah, that would. 5, 10. Technically, the one in the corner would be
Yeah.
15 feet away.
This one?
No,
No, the
Oh,
one
this
be
one?
right,
Yeah.
right next to you.
You can still hit everyone if you want,
Yeah.
And me.
and of course Rowan.
Well, I mean, I guess if
And
I hit,
me.
wait, if I hit here,
Wait, what kind of damage is it?
Yeah.
that's 5, 10.
Yeah, you-
I'm gonna use it here.
That'll work. And yeah.
I'm gonna cast it here so Rowan doesn't get
Number 1 fails. Number 2 saves. Number 3, which is on Rowan's south end, towards me. That is a cheeky 9.
hit. 9 fails.
Cool. And then last one, which is northeast. Rolled a 19 plus 1, which is 20.
So that saves.
Okay. What's
Let me get my other D8.
So the odds failed, the even
Lord.
succeeded.
yeah.
1, 2 saved. 3 failed. 4 saved. Evens succeeded.
So that's gonna be that is 7. So 15 points of damage. And then those who failed get a half.
So that'll be 7 points instead. Okay. So this one and this one are gone.
Cool.
Told you it was worth it.
Hang on. Any
So I'm
resistances?
looking for my dice that drop.
It's
Nope.
okay. I'm down to 21 HP now.
Oh, okay, you're fine.
Oh no.
Okay.
Poor baby.
Poor baby.
What is that
Yeah.
like? I'm at 6.
I'm at 10, but yeah.
Oh, let me edit that.
The imps. So you feel a resonant like intake of air, and then all of a sudden there's a that knocks all of the vases off of the ledges. They break on the ground, shattering even before they hit it. The imps that are in a certain radius kind of close their ears to it, but the other 2 that are caught unaware are also hit back by it and smashed, and they just disintegrate in red infernal mist. Bonus action or movement?
Movement? Okay. I'm going to take.
No, you're not.
Why not?
If you gotta stay within 5 feet of me.
I guess I don't go anywhere then.
Okay. You don't have to listen to him.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to
Look
me.
at
You don't have to. It's just a
Look
good
at what
idea.
it looks like.
This is my other half. We're dead on this side, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
listening.
dead inside.
Dead
yeah.
on this side.
What's that make up?
The smart ones.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then the
Wow.
imps are
Hey,
gonna
we're
go.
deadly smart. We're a great combo.
Where that I remember. I don't know where my dice went. I'll find out.
That imp is gonna try and sting you.
Sting me?
How is it already
Yes.
their turn again?
Yeah, he hasn't even gone, has he?
Yeah.
No.
Holy shit! Wait a minute. All
No,
of
I
you
Skip
went.
me
I went.
again.
'Cause I
Okay.
burst
Yeah,
into the
yeah,
room.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then
But they're
she goes.
going
I was
again?
very concerned.
Wasn't on kicking the
Unless
door.
your AC is 14, it does not hit.
No.
Okay, so that one tries to hit, and it's like, kind of makes eye contact with you. It's like, it pulls its stinger out and kind of like just flies a little bit further back. It's gonna go ahead and, yeah, no, it'll stay there. Yeah, it's engaging two enemy. Nope, it's a coward. It's gonna try and fly away. 5. It's gonna go ahead and try to move. Hang on a second.
No, it's not.
Well, hold on.
No.
Let me. Adam, please let me play D&D. Please, sir.
Please, sir. Another
Alrighty.
dice roll, sir.
What'd you roll?
Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
10 damage.
Okay. So that makes number 1 dead, or number 2 dead sauce. So I'll take him back. Next, that one's gonna go ahead and try to strike Rowan again. Here we go. Hey, that one might actually do it. A 18.
I cast shield as a reaction, so no.
Okay. Well, that's no fun.
Sorry.
Then we go back to Rhea. Rhea's turn.
Okay, so
On deck is Zarin. Know what you want to do.
so Rhea is going to attack with her long sword because she can do so out of range of 5 feet.
Yeah, she would have to move up to here.
Oh well,
But yeah.
I haven't played a physical fighter since Nulri, so
Nice.
bear with me. It's been literally a year.
All right.
Over a year. Okay.
Show me what you got.
That's gonna be 13 to hit.
13 hits, damage.
Okay, love that for me.
Oh, excuse me, 13? 13 does not hit. I'm sorry. I'm
Does
sorry.
She get 2 attacks?
She does with a long sword, and if she has a short sword opened up, like taken out, she can attack with that on her offhand.
Yeah,
no,
then-
hang on a second. I'm forgetting all my rules.
This isn't my character. I didn't build her. I don't know her.
It's all good.
I don't go here.
She's like, I'm a caster this time, so.
Yeah.
You can make 2 long sword attacks and a short sword. So yeah, so you can make your second attack with a long sword, and then you can finish up with a short sword.
Yeah, I'll do short sword.
Okay.
No.
That doesn't even. Not even gonna talk about it.
All right, but you can still do one more long sword attack. You get a total of 3 attacks.
Oh, Lord above. Then
I'll
let's
go ahead
hit
and
it.
I'll explain how
That's gonna be a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Dang.
They have much higher AC.
She's just slashing and nothing's happening. Like,
Yeah, shit's gonna go bad in a second. Okay.
Wait, can she? No, she can't retreat. She's cornered. Rhea's going to die.
Yeah.
yeah, you killed her.
Alrighty.
She's like, you're not wrong.
That's
Zarin, it is your go.
It's not your character. It's fine.
Are these 2 almost out yet? The servants?
Nearly. They move off after your turn.
Okay. So
I'm stressed.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, can I see anything up the stairs?
Just stairs.
And they go up
They
this
go
way?
up. Yes.
And they end up here.
I will keep pursuing. Can't really do anything else right now. I'm just gonna keep trying to find. I'm looking for where they are.
Okay.
where
Looking
they
for
might-
where whom are.
Specifically.
Thirstwell and Thalamra.
Thirstwell.
All right. Go ahead and give me the servants. They're gonna exit out of the building. They. I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. I'm gonna head out.
You know, it was a bad joke when my wife last said it.
Hey, she has great taste.
She does have great. Alrighty. Guards are gonna go. They're gonna go ahead and that one's gonna go ahead and strike first. They. That's 12 to hit for the first one.
Oh, 12 to hit?
Yeah.
That does not hit.
Okay. This one's gonna go 5, 15, and attack with advantage. That's a natural 20.
Lord.
Goodbye.
Hello.
No, she's a hardy girl. She's a hardy girl.
Let's see here.
She a
They have all
thick
this
girl?
certain stuff.
A little, I mean, she's 16, so I'm not going to say she's thick, but she's sturdy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. She's a baby.
That is, that's 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that last one's just going to go ahead and attack at the range he's at. With a 20 not natural.
20, not, a dirty 20 hits.
And that will be, gosh, almost did more damage than the first one. Another 5 points of damage.
Okay, cool.
They're just, you can just kind of hear that, as, like, they take their spears and, like, start just, I don't want to say spit roasting, that seems gross.
I was gonna go out there and fight them. So if you want to help,
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
yeah, we're yeah.
Alrighty. Then next up we have, all the way back to initiative, we have, oh, Rowan, it's your go. I'm sorry I didn't mention it. Oliver, you're on deck.
I
You,
point at the imp that's left and cast Toll the Dead.
well, that's going to suck in a second. I make a
Um,
con saving throw with advantage.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a 9.
Yeah, it doesn't
Will you do something with
save.
advantage? All right, well, yeah,
Is
that's a-
it
Is it the one I
missing
gave you?
any hit points?
it is. That's a D12s.
Yes. Okay, cool.
All
That's one
I-
of these.
I have a number in mind. Go ahead.
It takes 5 points of necrotic damage.
You merely point at it, and you hear a bong, and you see it just, Dr. Manhattan evaporate all of its skin off of its tiny bones until it
Beautiful.
just infernally mists into nothingness. And there goes my last imp.
Beautiful.
I love that imp.
Love a good cantrip.
I had a name,
Cantrip.
I had a name for that imp.
Reliable.
Sturdy.
What was it?
It was not sturdy.
Oh, when you're talking about cantrips, not your dumb imps.
are
They
you
had
following?
names
Are you following
and families that they've been trained to get to hell.
Probably.
Him? Okay.
All right, Oliver,
I was trying not to get
Oh.
attacked when I walked away. That's all.
bonus action or movement.
I'm gonna, now that the imp is gone, I'm gonna go through the hall and follow Zarin
Okay.
as much as I can. The door was
You're
behind
right
me.
in front of her.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. Try again. 1, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Very good.
Rowan can walk through walls. She can read thoughts. Why can't she walk through walls?
Next
what
up,
the heck.
Oliver. Plans?
Give it a couple levels.
I'm gonna go back outside and try to help her. So as close as I can get.
10, 20, 25. You can get up to that guy.
Yeah. Let's ruin his day. 19 to hit.
You only rolled 1d6. No, you didn't. Sorry.
Doesn't he get it? Are they flanking technically, or is
He's-
Nah,
Rhea
she
not
doesn't have
close
her-
enough?
He
Okay.
has
She's
a
not close
spear,
enough.
so he's pulling.
What's the what'd you roll to hit?
19.
Hits, damage.
6. 11 damage.
Oh my gosh. So coming out of nowhere, you just kind of like get up behind him, it's like shh. You swing and just you want to lop his head off.
Yeah, might as well.
He kind of spins in the air, falls on the head of it, and then he just knees, falls, the head goes rolling. He's gone.
That was easy.
That was
Flawless.
easy. Yeah.
Yep, you got 5 more feet of movement if you got anything ranged.
I will move 1 more foot forward. Guess I could try and throw a hand axe, but it's.
Remember,
she's-
this is the hand axe that killed a dude.
I know, but she's kind of in the way.
You could throw it at this guy.
Could you move sideways instead of forward?
Absolutely, you could have moved here.
Okay, yeah, then that works. And that is
Spinning up with a flourish.
Oh yeah.
just 1d6.
Getting it done.
Not 1.
Oh,
My axe goes flying off.
What's the damage?
Instead of them killing her. You could-
She's not in my direct line of sight. If I was going for the other guy.
I'll
Anyway,
say
the
you throw it
damage
past
is,
him. I'll say you throw it past him. It's fine.
is 8 damage.
Alrighty.
So the guy on the street outside the wall just
I
gets
was gonna
nailed.
say
You
a
just hear-
squirrel.
Or a cat like. Oh,
You
I'm
wouldn't
not
hear
getting
the
that
cat.
axe back.
It would be bisected. It's awful. Welcome to Baldur's Gate.
What if
Everything's
it
awful.
just gets hit by the handle?
Yeah.
Sure.
Bonus action and movement.
Movement's done. No.
All right. Next up, we have Merritt. On
Okay.
deck is going to be Rhea.
Merritt steps outside, and the guy that's directly in front of Rhea,
Oh, no.
she's going to cast Chill Touch, which
Uh-oh.
has a range of 120 feet.
Yes, it does. Okay.
lord.
It's an attack.
Yeah, it is. Okay, you know it's a cantrip. We're not tripping. It's a cantrip. It's 7 to hit.
7 does not hit. I'm asking the magic just kind of goes longs over this gentleman.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do? Bonus action movement?
No.
No
I
spiritual
mean,
weapon?
I don't. I'm not. I'm a cleric. Merritt's not a cleric.
Oh my god, I know you have so much.
I cast spiritual.
Production team, can you go
We're
ahead and
going
put
for
the camera
damage. I think we're just
onto
all
Liv?
in right now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for that. Alrighty. End of your
Oh
turn?
my gosh.
Yeah.
Not really,
Only
because
12
it's
spots
it's
left.
Rhea's turn.
It's Rhea's turn. So Rhea's going to attack the guy.
So
that
you do two
I
long
haven't
sword
used
attacks, and
any.
when you do the
Huh?
short
I haven't
sword, you
used
just
any.
attack,
I've
but you
only
don't
used my
add your
ring.
But how many do
your
you have?
proficiency
I have
modifier. So it's
4
just
level
add.
1 and 2 level
So
2.
I'll just roll for 2 attacks.
Damn.
Sounds good.
So the first one is a nat 20,
Shit.
and then the other one is a 18.
18. Okay, both of those will hit.
So are those are both long swords, right? Yeah.
Yes, but you're doing it one-handed, so it's a D8.
D8, yeah.
You got the right dice.
Yeah.
Roll them.
So one is going to be 5, and the other one is going to be 4 points of damage.
Did you critical that
Yeah,
one?
did you crit one?
Oh,
So that's 4 plus the
Plus-
modifiers, which I think is 3, which is 7.
yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
I should just go back to playing a fighter.
And then
It's
the
real
other,
fun.
what was the other damage for the first one?
I want to play a barbarian.
Full,
The
no,
white one.
The white one was going to
Yeah.
be 4. Yeah,
Pirate.
4.
Okay.
Pirate?
That one's dead.
The pirate one?
That'd be
Oh,
cool. I
finally.
could totally do that.
Yeah. So, Rhea,
did-
taking
if I
her
did the
sword,
totem, would I
carves
be able
into
to
the
do, like,
first guy,
weird space
and then
creatures
goes
with the
ahead and
totem?
stabs into the next one. You have a short sword
smite.
attack as well.
Okay,
So
then
it's
yeah.
a D20 and a D6. Go ahead and roll it. I'll go ahead and
Like a swine.
Tell you the rest.
That's my totem.
So it is going to be 11 to hit.
Okay. We need not bother because she only has 14 that won't pierce the guard's armor. But hey, noble try.
Yeah.
That one just smacks against the shield. This guy's looking rough.
This reminds me of the time that we literally beat a man to death, like in rounds.
Shock, stab, shock, stab.
Yeah,
okay.
that was not fun.
It is Zaren's go.
Oh, let's keep pressing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Yep.
and then 30.
Allison, tell me what that number in the corner of that room is.
V11.
V11. You walk up into the upstairs hall. Cool. So let's go ahead and grab some more peeps.
Oh god.
There are 5 guards in this room.
Why? Why do you run ahead?
Because we're already in. So
We,
I'm pretty sure
we
everyone
talked about how
already
you're
heard
the
us.
squishy one, and
you
you
are
just.
the squishy wine.
I also have no grasp on my own life.
Do you realize how long it's gonna take me to
He
get
just found
to
out
you?
he's basically immortal now because he's gonna be a devil.
So
So.
Zaren's like, I'm gonna risk it for this.
Yeah,
biscuit.
I'm gonna
like,
put everything
let's do
I
it.
have in. Although he's kind of not smart about it.
Lordy. Fine, Zaren, it's fine.
Do I
It's
have enough
okay.
minis?
I'm pretty sure this will stop him.
Do I have enough minis?
When in
Alright.
doubt, just use spare dice.
Yeah.
Okie
Or
dokie.
those zombies.
Oh no.
I don't
So
like
go
the-
ahead and put
I don't
one
like the
by
question,
each
do I have
door
enough?
in that
I
foyer.
don't
So
like that question.
there's one directly. Oh shoot!
In front
Oh,
of
I have
me.
a spare purple D20 for some reason.
There's one right in front of me as soon as I get up the stairs.
Yep,
Like right there.
yep. And
You
door
need
number
to
1,
leave.
door number 2, door number 3. And,
Awesome.
and is that it? That's all of them? Good.
Good thing I didn't take an action.
Excellent. That one's gonna go ahead and he was holding his action to hit you once you got up the stairs because you were alerted to the everything that happened in the first room.
Yeah, he definitely heard that.
Yeah. But he rolled interestingly. Look, I'm not gonna pull my punches here, but I mean the guy rolls a 13.
That hit meets.
That means
Yeah.
enjoy. That will be a
Allison,
cheeky.
you just saw him run up the stairs and
7
then his
points
body's
of
gonna come
piercing
tumbling
damage.
back.
7 points of piercing damage.
I do
I
like.
have to run inside and cast for the die.
Again.
I'm not gonna be able to make. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I don't have enough space.
Just let me die.
Does anyone know Revivify? Cool.
No.
Guys, watch Zaren die live.
Yeah.
It's okay.
For
so
like
I
the
don't
third
have a whole
time.
database
Why
of
did I pick
characters
this
waiting. I totally don't. I'm totally not trying to kill myself just to come up with more characters.
Like you are.
Don't.
You're kind of multi-class now.
Yeah.
Hey, the good news is you'll see Zaren later.
I'm definitely going to attack him with my rapier.
Okay, go ahead and do so.
Yes, I will. +4. It's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
He's a monster.
Zaren heard us talking all that shit, and he was like, "Watch this."
He was like, fuck you guys.
Well, guess how much damage?
How much?
16.
Oh boy, howdy.
Okay, that guy's dead. Go ahead and hand that mini back to me. After being stabbed, you're like, no.
Actually, I thought about it.
Not today.
Right through the neck.
I didn't like
Hey,
You're like,
screw you.
help, help.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure Zarin just broke, and he's just like, all right, let's just do this.
Okay, the guards are gonna go. So that last one's gonna go ahead and
It finally clicked for him.
he's gonna run and go get his friends. 5, 10. Ray can take an attack of opportunity.
Yup.
Please.
That is going to be
16 plus a
5,
lot.
so 21 to hit.
And damage.
Damage D8,
Go for it.
6.
Okay, he is dead.
God.
As he runs away, Ray cuts him down. Just he's like, we have to get inside the house, otherwise they're going to know we're here.
I think they already know we're here.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's
30.
missing a sword.
Good stuff.
They're all
Next up,
fuzzy, too,
we
huh?
have
No, he broke the tip.
Zarin. No, wait a minute.
I was like, okay.
Zarin just went.
Yeah.
The guard went. Okay, we're still on the guard's turn. Let's go have every single
Ooh.
guard go around him as much as possible.
All right.
So that first one, go ahead.
The other ones can't reach me.
Actually, go ahead and make sure that they're at least 5 feet away from him because they all have spears. That way they can all
Dang
crowd
it.
in.
Is there just speed 25 or 30?
Their speed is 30.
Okay.
Nah, he would be one more over.
Yeah.
To the
Yeah.
left. To your left, I think.
All right. How many of them were within 10 feet of the guards?
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, no. How many of those guards are within 10 feet of Zarin?
1.
Only one?
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, that's disappointing. The rest will hold their action until he gets within range.
Because this one's too far, right?
Yeah.
It's like a diagonal. so-
Look, it's unfortunate for all of us.
Yeah,
Just
so
for
you
you,
get 60.
actually. Thanks, though.
Yeah, that's a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
I don't know what I rolled for damage on D8. I'm going to re-roll it. Everyone cool with that?
Just count it as a 1.
Yeah.
That is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
And that's it for the guard's turn. They all ready their actions to be with it. If he gets any closer, they're going to go ahead and attack who's next. So, we move on to Rowan. Rowan, you're hearing a lot of commotion upstairs. You also do see that wax sculpture in the room. The statue right here, you went right past it. It looks like an elderly woman who's holding what looks to be like a cat with wings, and in the cat's mouth is a rat. It's a wax sculpture. It looks incredibly similar to, you actually have seen Thalamra. You know what she looks
At
like.
the city council.
Yeah, that's right. So you also have, this is another image of her, and you've ID'd her, essentially.
Okay.
Just to give options. I don't know what you're going to do with that information.
Well, now I'm going to go back and investigate the statue. Sorry.
It's okay, my turn's next.
Make an investigation check
Before the guards.
Cool.
as in your action.
22.
It is a wax sculpture.
Smooth move, X-Lax.
He literally did that
exactly why
just
I
to
ran
distract
it.
me.
This is some absolute
This is
bullshit.
exactly why I ran past
He
it.
did that
Some absolute
just to
bullshit.
distract me.
It looks like a statue. You went back to investigate
It
it.
was a red herring.
Is that her action or is that her bonus action?
I'm gonna say that's her action.
Okay, so how much movement does she have?
You just didn't want all those guys to
How
get
much movement does my
blasted.
client have?
I thought she was gonna use her turn to use disguise self and use it as a reference point, but I also mentioned it to you when you went in as well.
Well,
Yeah.
now you know what this bitch
Well,
looks like.
I moved back to where I was.
No.
Sorry, that was my turn.
You're like,
I'm-
wait a minute. This is made out of wax.
I don't know if she's like doing some shit to hide from us or something. I just wanted
Just
to make
being
sure it
very
That's
wasn't
fair.
still.
actually her.
That makes sense.
She's the one we're looking for.
Sorry, it's a lot to hold in one day. Oliver, it is your turn. If you'd like to double dash to get back
Yeah,
inside.
do that. Get me as close to.
15,
Yeah.
20, 25, 30 in the house. Do you want to use the extra 30 movement?
Yeah, you use the extra 30 to get me.
5, 10, 20, 25.
You could probably put him diagonal, put him right in front of the statue.
Okay.
You look, and it's just this woman who's like looking down at you.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. That's
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Next
creepy.
up, Merritt, it's your turn.
It's weird how the eyes follow you.
Okay, Merritt is going to. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Merritt's gonna cast Cure Wounds on herself, so I'm gonna roll a d8.
I was gonna make a joke about touching yourself.
get 6 points. That's cool.
Everyone notice how. Okay,
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
sounds good. Next up, we have Rhea.
Pencil. Oh. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60. Shoves Mary.
She's like, move! And she's like covered in blood. Alrighty.
Creepy statue.
She's like,
I know, right?
all right, next up is Zarin. Zarin, you've got a lot of things to answer for.
Yeah, I do. First, I'm gonna cast Bane on them, which is a charisma saving throw.
On which one?
Oh, the closest 3.
Okay.
Okay. The one that hit you, the one that's further back. Yeah, there. Yeah, gotcha. Alrighty. Where's my last one? Where's my last D20? Where's the live D20?
Do you need extra d20s?
No, I have one. Oh, okay. I gotta use the dice she gave me. Okay. Charisma?
Yes.
Guards don't have a lot of charisma. That is a 14, a 14, and a... That's a 17.
Oh, so all of them save.
Oh no.
Great.
This is
Cool.
the thumbnail.
I'm gonna run back down.
I'm gonna run back down.
Bye bye. So 5, 10.
Well, that's an attack
15,
of opportunity.
20.
Is
Is
it?
that it?
Yeah, he was within 10 feet. The guy has a range of 10 feet.
Okay.
Mm.
Whatever.
That is going to be 19, and the damage will be 5.
25, 30.
Death by inches.
Okay.
He's like, it's literally like Zarin walks upstairs. Rowan's just like kind of behind him. You just hear, and he's like running. He's like, and one guy's like,
I'm gonna cast Healing Word as my bonus action on myself.
of course you are. Cure wounds would do more.
Yeah, if I had it.
Oh shit.
That's the reason I took it.
Ah, because you're the cleric.
I am so.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Boy, same. Boy, same.
Is that not even enough? Like,
That's still 4.
That's still 4.
You get the sympathetic awe from Charlotte.
If anyone was wondering, he rolled a 1, so.
Yeah. I rolled a 1 on my cure wounds. It's okay.
It happens, and that's it. I can't really do anything. Oh, don't go in there.
Why?
You'll see.
Can we just lure?
Assumes we are gonna go in.
Can we? No, or we could just lure them all down here.
Well,
I guess that's
actually,
pretty effectively
the
what
guard
I've
is
done.
they are going to go ahead and do that. So go ahead and move them within 10 feet of Zarin.
I can't wait to get beat. Oh no.
Only one guard's going to go down.
I block all of them.
No. It's within
Oh,
10
only
feet.
one's what?
One move.
Oh.
There we go. I've learned my lesson the first time that I did this. It was like a conveyor belt for Oliver just to go. Alrighty.
He was so ready too.
That is a 6 to hit, so he doesn't. The other ones are going to go within 10 feet of that entrance. Go ahead and they're going to ready their action. The first time they see someone, they're going to stab.
Stabby McStab.
Yep. Next up, we have Rowan. Come on down.
All right.
Where are you from? No, go for it.
So,
Goes into her actual spell book.
I see the gentleman coming down the stairs,
Okay.
and you didn't bring the thing
What
that
do you
tells
want?
us the initiative tracker.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I was not ready
I
because I
grab-bagged
didn't
a
know
lot
it was
of
going to
stuff.
be my
I'm
turn.
sorry.
Because
It's the
we
one
didn't
time I
have-
forgot it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll
I'm
make
just
sure
going to
it's
cast Toll the Dead on him.
Well, that doesn't seem, practical because,
Well,
wisdom
I don't want to
save.
use a spell slot, so
That's a 2.
Period.
It will fail. That's a D8. He has not taken any damage.
okay. He takes 7 points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit. Shut up, Zarin. How close are you to dying?
Hey, it doesn't matter. He's just probably just as close.
Okay, moving on. Any other bonus action movement?
Nope, I'm going to stand right here.
Sounds good. Next up, we have
Disapprovingly.
Oliver. Bum, bum,
Ollie, ollie, ollie.
Can I get close enough to him?
Bum, 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 bum.
20?
You can actually, I think, get right there.
If you want to make an acrobatics check for me, I'll see if you can go ahead and
Wait,
jump
where
over
was
the
he?
railing.
I'll just pull the staircase down
He
to
can go
me.
5, 10, 15,
You're
20,
just like, you
25,
just
30.
hit
Yeah.
the floor
Yeah,
really
let's do
hard
that.
once and
30.
everyone falls down.
Because we're
Ground
friendly. He can move through our space.
People, but
No,
He just
he can go
walks
through our
through.
I can
spaces
go
because we're
through.
friendly,
That's
right?
true, yeah.
Yeah.
11.
11 does not hit. This guy is able to deflect using his shield. But now he has to take out his shield in order to do that.
Also, you can add your bardic inspiration before you tell him the total.
Oh, well.
You can roll and then
I
add
will
it.
allow, since you're learning it, if you want to use it now.
Oh, yeah.
12
I mean, if that helps.
plus 5, so 17.
Hits.
Do you want me to re-roll the damage because I didn't touch dice? Do you want to
Nope,
re-roll?
you can use the damage you have.
Oh, are you sure? Okay. 11, 14 damage.
Okay, that man is dead.
Cool.
Sometimes.
Hey, no, thank you.
I got it. Of course, that's what it's there for.
Alrighty.
Bonus action, I'm going to shout up there. And which one of you's next?
Merritt, it's your go. On deck is Rhea.
Okay.
Who wants to die first?
That's my favorite game show.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You gotta boon someone here? What do you got?
I don't have any
Heal
helpful
me.
buffs to my party. Does anybody?
Cure wounds.
Does it? I mean, yeah, no. Okay. Then. At 30, I'm gonna. No, but if I can't cure wounds you because if I
Oh, you have to be-
dash. Wait.
No, it's okay if you can't. I mean, if you're out of range,
no,
you're out of range.
no.
Yes, but no.
You're straight.
We forced her into the role of the party healer.
Did.
Hey,
did,
they're
you
like,
did.
I'm gonna be a wizard. That's cool. I'm gonna be a sorcerer.
And then I became. But I was like, I'm gonna be
I'm
a
gonna be a
sorcerer
bard.
with divine soul.
Right? There's enough like health.
That looks like a cleric. A sorcerer with divine soul that looks like a cleric.
I mean, that's kind of like doing
Celestial
a warlock
pack
with.
warlock?
The corporate wants you to tell the difference between this picture and this picture.
They're the same.
honestly. But I am going to. What are you at right now?
9.
Hey,
Out of.
it's plain metagaming. What
Oh,
the
okay,
hell?
never mind. Whatever.
Look,
I don't know
Says
out
the
of how
guy who
many.
doesn't want them all funneling down the staircase
what?
because he
They're
remembers
trained
it.
guards. They're meant to hold on to their post. They know not to go place
okay.
themselves into a
Listen,
position
I'm
where they're
going
gonna.
That guy
to
didn't.
use-
Yeah, that guy did.
Well, I mean, he
You
had
got
to
very
pursue. He didn't know
aggressive
he was-
defending yourself there. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
He called me a metagamer. He came into my house and he called me a metagamer in front of my wife.
Yeah, I kicked your dog. Stole your frying pan.
He took all of my
I'm
highlighters,
going to use one of my.
John Nuts. So
even the blue
slick.
ones.
I'm going to use one of my sorcery points, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds as a distant spell,
Okay.
so that I can hit Zarin.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, girl.
This is who I am. I'm a caring person. And you're going to get 7 points of healing.
Are you
She
back
puts
up?
forth her hand and you see like
I'm
a blue
back up, but
spectral
not all the
hand
way.
reach onto you, and you feel energy like pulsating as the hand disappears and enters into your body.
Whoa.
Yeah.
His tank is full again now.
Not all the way, I don't think.
No?
No.
He only has the 19 hit points.
That was
That's
only
more than me.
Well, I'm
one
at 16
sorcery
right now.
point.
No, I have 22 total.
I'm down to 21, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to my last 2 sorcery points. I'm not gonna use them yet. That's my turn.
Cool. Next up.
But then it's Rhea, right?
She's over here.
25, 30.
Can't occupy the same.
No, she can't. Yeah, and
But she could dash.
She can dash. Go
but if
through.
she dashes in there with no attacks, nothing to help her.
But-
she's just gonna get jumped.
But how metal will it be?
Does she have to dash the full 30
Metal?
feet though?
You don't
Using
have to use all of them.
But no, like the second you use dash, whether you use 5 feet or 30 feet of movement, you have no action.
Unless
Yeah,
you're
but she
a
could get
rogue.
past him. That's all I'm saying. She doesn't have to go all the way up the stairs.
Someone else. can act.
But he's occupying that space. If she goes past him, she is upstairs.
No. Because this
That's where the stairs
is
ends.
this.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then, okay, yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash, 35, 40.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm just trying to help.
No, I appreciate because I was confused and I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
Like how I usually play D&D.
And she's still 15 feet away from the other guy.
All right,
so.
Zarin, you're on deck. You're going now. Never mind.
All right.
It's now, and the guards are up next, and then Rowan's after.
I'm going now.
Rowan is after the bad guys.
Alrighty
Got it.
then. Well, I guess I'm going to at least get in range to try casting Bane on them again. This will be my last slot. Do I want to do that yet?
This is gonna be your last slot?
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
keep-
worried about.
No,
No.
well, I can't metagame, but never mind.
No, you know what? I know. I mean, there's really nothing I can do right now that's any much helpful, other than Vicious Mockery. There we go.
Oh shit! I forgot about vicious mockery.
That's a valid thing to do.
All right. Okay, so it's gonna be a Wisdom saving throw for them. We'll see what the range is. I'm totally. Oh, it's 60 feet, and so I'm just gonna see right here where I can see them. Can I see all of them from there?
I'll say all. You can't see the guy on the far left.
I think it's only one person,
Yes.
anyways.
I like
Oh,
all
yeah,
of
it
them
is.
piled
So yeah, we'll
together.
just do the one that's directly right here.
That's a wisdom save.
Correct.
Well, then you can suck it because that's an 18.
Dang, this never works. All right, I'm gonna go back.
Don't you have spells you can cast through your loot?
Huh? Yeah, but they're not extremely helpful right now.
Eh. Okie dokie. Well, you go up, you're like, huh! And then you run back down. You're like, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Alrighty, next up are the guards.
Wait, bonus action.
Oh.
Inspiration for Rowan.
Rowan, enjoy your
Oh,
inspiration.
thank you.
Whenever someone gets inspired, they're just like,
It's
alrighty.
my pleasure.
Alrighty. Move one guard onto that staircase so that it can get within range of hitting Rhea.
Move one of them down.
That is not gonna hit. So the rest of them are just gonna stay there and wait.
But if he's in range to hit Rhea, she's in range. Oh no, he has a spear.
He has 5 feet, so like you would have to occupy
Yeah.
that
He,
space.
he also has the high ground, which does not give him an advantage, but it feels like it should.
Don't do it.
Alrighty, next
do
up,
it, Anakin.
Rowan. Don't do it. Would you like to rage?
I would.
I would. What the?
Dude, if you would let me, I am down. No.
You can't cast any spells. You take out your dagger. It's like this is the time.
20. Can I see the guards from here?
Yeah. Rhea's shorter than you.
All of them or just these two?
Just those two.
Okay. I am going to cast Magic Missile as a second level spell, which creates 4 darts. And hit each of them with 2.
Okie dokie. Roll your d4s.
You got enough?
Cool.
Roll 2 d4s first, and for the first.
Can I
half.
borrow one? That's the one that I'm missing.
Can I borrow one? Go for it.
4 and 2, so they're each +1, so 5 and 3.
5 and 3.
Yes.
That guy's dead. Go ahead and move the guy on the stop.
It's more satisfying to just pull him off. And the other guy? Roll 2 again.
Yes.
2 and 3.
Sorry.
2 and 3.
I made a critical
That's
error.
5.
I just lost everything on my
Bradley,
end.
'tis underneath your space.
So that's 5. Good. He's still alive.
Okay.
The darts shoot right past Rowan and enter and
Like around
exit.
Rhea and
Yeah, they enter and exit through the guy, and who's at the top of the stairs. He falls back. The second one gets hit in the face and in the side, and kind of like uses the spear to steady himself. He kind of gets up. He's like, "They're coming! Hold fast!"
This is like terrible. We're fighting on a staircase. I feel claustrophobic.
yeah, it's great though. I love it.
He went swifty. What do you want me to do? Alrighty. Next up, we have Rowan. Oh, no, Rowan's
No,
gone.
I just went.
Oliver, it's your turn. Goodness.
Barreling up the stairs.
Alrighty, you're gonna get hit,
That's fine.
5, 10,
but
15.
No.
1. This is 15.
Yeah, that's 15.
'Kay.
So just put me there.
There you go.
Or do you want
And why
to?
am I getting hit?
Right.
because they've
you-
readied
They
their
readied their
actions to hit
action.
you.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Neither one hits you.
I
Both of them
know.
rolled a 2. Fuck you. Alrighty.
That wasn't very nice.
Spare me the details.
Listen,
No, that wasn't very nice either. 9.
does not hit. Second attack?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Look,
yet.
you get to level 5 when you go down.
Can you move further in to make spacer.
Make a little space.
I feel
You
like
know
right
what?
where you are is perfect.
What am I, 15,
You have action search.
Yeah.
20, 25, 30?
Move
I
around.
will take the...
Well, they already ready their action. That was
Oh.
their reaction to hit you, so you're good.
Okay.
They have actually used all their reaction to do that. So if anyone else wanted to pass by them, they can't take attacks of opportunity. But that's great for Merritt, whose turn it is.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That puts me right there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Top
Okay.
of the stairs.
Okay,
Stairs?
so
Up the stairs.
now that I'm there, I'm going to reach out and cast Shocking Grasp.
Range of 30 feet?
It's touch.
It's
Oh,
touch.
so it's the guy up right there. Got
Yeah.
it. Go for it.
The diagonal one.
Okay, yes, so that's going to be 7 points of lightning damage, and it can't take reactions until the start of its. Oh wait, no, I have to attack it. I'm dumb.
I was like,
I got so excited. That's 21 to hit.
21. Okay.
So everything I said is still valid.
Okay. Well, he's dead, so you can go ahead and pass him over to me.
Would you like to do the
Jeez.
honors of passing it?
Yes.
Get out of here!
Its sword broke off.
No, there's two of them
Liv,
with
you can
broken
hold on to
swords.
this forever as a reminder.
And I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
You
and I
took
don't
away one of
regret
its
this
weapons.
Give it
whatsoever.
back. You don't deserve it. Look, he only has one sword now.
Good for him.
John, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, John, but I'm not sorry.
I feel
to
like it looks more
Bradley.
commanding.
I'm sorry to John, but I'm not sorry to Bradley.
And I'll need another one.
You saved that for the other chat that we have.
Alrighty. So that guy's dead. Moving on. Next up, we have Rhea.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
What's she doing?
So 5, 10, and 15 right in front, and she's going to do 2 attacks with her longsword. And that's going to be a 24 to hit for
Hits.
1.
Okay.
So that'll be it's +3 on attacks. I'm learning, but so that's going to be 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I know the 8 to hit on the other.
An 8 does not hit.
Yeah.
And then you have one longsword attack. It's a d20 and a d6, and you only add 3 to it.
So that's going to be 19 to hit
Hits.
and 9 points of damage.
Okay. You may remove the last one from the board.
I will throw
what
it
are the
this
details
time.
of his demise? You can do it as Rhea.
Yeah. She grabs him by the collar, pulls her sword out, and just thrusts him forward onto the sword. I missed that.
He just. Goodness gracious.
Cathartic. Very cathartic.
My first character was a barbarian. I miss it.
Alrighty. The last guy's dead. You can all go ahead and head upstairs if that is your intent.
Yes.
And let's go ahead. We'll end the stream on whatever door you want to pick. There's a few doors in here. Let me go ahead and read out what
The
you see.
last
That's
one.
13. You said it's the upstairs
13.
hall.
We're in 11.
B11.
B11. Okay. The staircase to
that's
the
what
north
I'm
is 15
thinking.
feet into the area here. 5. Okay, did that. There are a few different doors to take here.
Can I
B13.
do
Yes.
a-
Yeah.
Can we all pick a different one?
Hold up.
I
Ooh.
wanted to do a perception to see if I can hear movement from one of the rooms.
Make a
I was
perception.
going to do
Yeah, can we all,
investigation
like,
to see if I could figure out which one seems more ornate and potentially more of like the master bedroom or something. You know what I mean?
You can pick a door to investigate, or you can take a perception check. So
I'll
go
do a
ahead.
perception check.
Both of you go ahead and make one.
14 for perception.
May I as well?
4 to perception.
Okay.
These are all doors. It's wild.
Whatever that is, doesn't really help.
I want to see if I hear anything.
That's what I'm doing
Okay.
too.
What'd you roll?
14.
you
And you may also roll.
As long as I hear
Roll.
Charlotte laughing in the back, I know.
You can
I'm
also
good.
roll for perception if you wanted to. Did you say you wanted to?
I want to see if I hear anything in my head.
Okay.
Perception?
Yep.
That's going to be a 17.
Okay. It wouldn't be perception in the future. You have the ability to of telepathy.
Okay.
What is everyone thinking right now?
Rip and tear.
I'm just.
Can it be put into words? What if it?
You can put in feelings as well. Not every thought is one that articulates words.
Yeah.
I'm specifically looking for the other people,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
is what I'm...
I mean, if you want, like. I
Like
can
using it as
tell
like an
you.
echolocation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's thinking about like he has imps, he has demons, and then
Yeah.
every now and then there's a flash of like the mansion,
You-
and then focusing.
You do not detect the any other thoughts outside of the ones that are nearby you. But with your guys' 14 for perception, regular old garden variety perception, you do hear. Let me see here. Give me just a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, you hear movement in the southwest room right there. Nope, southwest. South is me. Yeah, that one.
Upstage.
Okay.
Kick in the door.
You open up the door and you see a very sickly, thin man in a cloak. He says, "Ah!" and he casts Sacred Flame at you, and that is going to be the end of our game tonight. We will be back.
January 20th, I believe.
7 days before my birthday.
Wow, look at these birthday buddies.
I
popping
believe
out.
we decided on the 20th.
I believe
That's
that is
what I
also correct. I'm
remember.
That
confirming.
is the Monday.
Did you say 7 days before
It
your
is
birthday?
the 20th.
Oh,
Martin
we talked
Luther
about
King
that.
Day is our next stream. So please join us. Please.
If you have the day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
subscribe to the content. We're going to be doing probably a longer stream. We'll see. We might have some bonus content in the meantime for that. I know that our head of producing is going to be doing a little walkthrough of the equipment that we use to make the show look as good as it does. So if you're interested in that, you're a nerd. But also tune into it and watch
That's
it.
okay.
It is.
As opposed to the people who are here to watch people play D&D, yeah, film nerds, weirdos.
Thank you for watching.
I'm being sarcastic.
Shout
I'm being
out to
sarcastic.
Corporate Streams for being able to run this. Thank you to Requiem for allowing us to stay after hours to play. Thank you to, Kyler Kellogg, who did the artwork. We'll probably be conditioning artwork for Dominic's next character because he's about to die.
Always about to die.
And thank you for watching. Please join us next time. And good night.
And happy holidays.
And happy holidays.
All of
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. I got a freaking awesome binder. It's going to be awesome.
And everybody got dice.
Yes. They're beautiful. Thank you, Liv. Again,
Of course.
I have to separate them from my
I'm
Baldur's
sorry I
Gate.
didn't bless yours.
They were rolling pretty good for
I'm
most of
not.
the night.
I'm not